Hey there, host.
I didn't see your username. USA. Where are you from?
Hey there, host. So I'm from the UK originally, but currently I'm in California, USA.
All right. Let's just start off
Yeah,
at the. Do you support Trump?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Did you support Trump and Bibi whenever the Ayatollah was found dead?
Um, I believe it was an act or a military engagement that ended up being positive. I'm a little bit on the fence, but overall, in general, this is a good thing that happened. And definitely that, having that leader of that regime removed was a positive thing for the world and America and Israel.
Okay. So yes, it was a good thing,
Yeah,
in your opinion. And then let's just go with at some point this war is going to wrap up somehow. And I think the consensus seems to be that there's going to be a transitional person in charge. Some are thinking it's still going to be the IRGC. Some are hoping it's anybody. And then there's this group of people that are hoping that the Shah is that
sure.
person. Where do you stand there?
Yeah. So no, it's interesting you said that. I think in general, well, I know the Iranian people at this point just want a regime change. I would ideally like the current theocratic administration completely removed. Even having a new person leader, at this point, this is the same regime that unalived thousands of protesters for peacefully demonstrating, and this is a regime that should be completely removed. I'm somewhat leaning towards the Shah's son. That was also, the monarchist side would definitely be is still quite viable. There are some negatives to the Shah. So, like when the Shah was in power, he had his Savak, the secret police, and there was several things that people also didn't like. But if a transitional government, maybe with the Shah's son, introducing some more middle ground democracy, that would be perfect. I think it would be wonderful if Iran could go back to where they were pre the 1979 revolution, where they were on friendly
Okay,
terms with
okay, okay,
America.
okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. So we agree. Let's just shake hands and agree that the hope is in the next year that there are free and fair elections, and these people can determine their next leader. Right.
that would be
Uh,
beautiful. Yeah.
okay. I think the biggest debate is does Donald Trump stick around and wait and find out if these people could overthrow their government, or does he find anybody to cut a deal with, to work with them, to give Trump their word that all this nonsense will stop and get out? And I am saying that Trump needs to find somebody, find a puppet, and get the fuck out. I don't see the benefit of sitting around and waiting to see if they could overthrow their government. So where am I wrong?
No, actually, I agree with you on that. In terms of, I'm going to refer to this as a military conflict, not the W word, but in terms of conflicts in general, I've come to the conclusion a government, if you're going to go to war, you want quote a quote splendid little war, which is I think that was what they referred to the Spanish American War. And the last thing, it's political suicide to have a long drawn out conflict. But
Okay,
then
you're
on,
stating obvious. You're stating the obvious so far. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for somebody to open my eyes
Mhm.
on why it's beneficial for Donald Trump to stick around and wait to see if they could pull this off
Oh
instead
no,
of
it's not.
just
Yeah. No,
oh,
he would
oh
want he would want someone to take over. Like he wants to get in and get out. Like we do not want
okay,
this to
but
drag on. Yeah.
okay, but you're saying you want full regime change. What happens if Trump finds somebody that is in the current government and says this is our guy, he has given me his word, and let's face it, Trump has a history of working with terrible people. Okay,
Mhm.
so so why is it that you're saying full regime change? I'm saying the opposite. So you're
Okay.
saying you're for that. You're contradicting yourself instantly.
Okay. So by regime, well, I'd be for regime change, but you're saying, uh, would that regime change be possible? Well, let's give a time frame. So he said he wants to finish this war in 4 or 5 weeks, or say a month. So
We're already
we're
halfway
saying that.
through that.
Okay, so let's be realistic. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I can't really see a full regime change happening. I mean, do you agree with that?
I agree, but
Okay.
there are people that are very much pro Shah. Some of them are saying it's going
Hmm.
to take, they could get it done instantly. Some of them are saying it'll take months or even years.
Okay. It's a very tricky one. So ideally, it would be great if Trump would stay and do that, but again, I don't think he would because of what I aforementioned, political suicide. And at that point, if it lasts over the time frame he give, he's essentially in trouble because he's still run on this policy, no new wars. And again, I understand it's not a war, military engagement, but by the time he starts going over his deadline, he's kind of in trouble at that point. So I don't have a full answer for you. It'll be actually very interesting to see what happens in these 2 weeks. But if a regime change is possible in 2 weeks, it sounds very unlikely, but that would be fantastic. That would again kind of solve all the problems.
Okay, so we pretty much agree.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much on the same page. Yeah, yeah,
What I don't get is there are a lot, especially on this app, not
yeah.
maybe not as much as they think inside the country, but there are so many people on this app that one are thinking that they can overthrow the government. To me, every day it becomes more evident they cannot. And then number two, that they are of the belief that Donald Trump is going to keep our military members, equipment, etc., out in the Middle East until it's done. And I just don't see how that is possible.
Yeah. So for your first point, um, I mean, the chances of a regime again, just being realistic. The current regime is not going to give up without a fight. They're obviously doing everything they can. They're going to just continue fighting. It's going to be very hard to dislodge them. And number two, like you said, Trump. I cannot imagine any situation where Trump wants to be there longer than the aforementioned 2 weeks. Because at that point, I mean, he's already on thin ice. People are already. I mean, he's already under a microscope. The leftists are already complaining about more money at the pump for gas prices. So, and the fact he ran specifically on no new wars, at that point, it's a little bit ambiguous. But once you start going over a month or the allotted deadline, then what's to say that, okay, well, now you're no longer in a quote military conflict. Now you're engaging in the beginning of a prolonged war. So yeah, I think we're pretty much on the same page. Again, it'll be
But
very interesting. Yeah,
what I don't get is you did
yeah.
come up here in your opening answer to my questions were saying that you want the Shah that.
No, no.
That is your
I said
top
one. I
option.
said one possibility. I said I wouldn't be negative. I wouldn't be necessarily amiss to do that, but not specifically the Shah. I said if that is an option and it's doable within that. Well, I didn't say that in that time frame, but not specifically the Shah. I mean, if it's another democratic institution that can be installed, that's great too. It doesn't have to be the Shah.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter who the transitional person is. Let's just shake hands,
Correct.
clean
Yes.
this up, and get the fuck out. So we agree.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. That's where I stand anyway. Shah, democratic government, whatever. As long as it's a transitional government, that's not the bullshit that's there now.
Is there? You say you support Trump. If Trump comes out on Monday and says we're going to put a couple thousand troops on the ground, would you still support Donald Trump?
If it would lead to getting reaching that goal, I would be for that. Yeah, I think it's a pretty. I mean, I'm not like, oh no, no boots on the ground. Like if that could, in one swift or a very efficient, swift kick, get rid of the current government and put a new one, whatever that is, on, I would be for that, yes.
Okay. So we're back to so you're A-OK regardless of what happens, and you just prefer regime change,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah. At this
but
point, it's kind of, we're in it. And let's no half-assing it. You're in it, like get it done, sort of thing. And that it's already kind of past the point of no return.
no, that I disagree, right? We're already I mean, I agree with you that we're already in it. The
Mhm.
question is does Trump stay around to see a regime change, a full regime change? So
If
that's where people differ.
Okay, so I'll keep it concise. But if he is able to do that within the allotted time and with minimal people on the ground, even a small, I mean, you said if you said thousands, under 10,000, I'd be for that. If it's anything more than that, then it'll be a problem in my point of view.
Crazy. Okay. I appreciate it, but let's see.
Sure.
Because where are you from?
Texas.
All right. And what brings you up?
No, absolutely not. Not near an American boot on the ground. If Europe wants to engage themselves, cool. We can do by air and sea glass. We can obliterate the whole fucking thing with not near an American boot. And I'm
Oh,
okay with that.
all right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
You are. And whenever Trump and Bibi announced that the Ayatollah was dead, did you support that action?
Well, here's the problem with a Trump and BB kind of thing. I'm not a BB fan. I
Okay.
think BB's lineage in America, his graduation in Pennsylvania, his my motherland is my motherland from America, and then I went to Israel. Like I get it. It's fine. Whatever. My hard line, red line is not an American boot. If Israel wants to sandblast the Middle East, cool. If we want to help them from land, no. If we want to obliterate them from the air and the sea, cool. Make it fucking glass.
Okay, so
I
just
don't
hold on.
want.
I hold on one second, please. Whenever Trump and Bibi announced that the Ayatollah was dead, that was a good thing. You supported that because
Yes,
that was done from
100%.
the air. Okay.
100%.
If they continue this air campaign for another 60 days, no boots on the ground, will you still support Trump's choices there?
Yes.
Okay, so it does not matter how long the air campaign continues. You just do not want boots on the ground.
100%.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to? Do you have a preference on who is the next leader or transitional leader for that country, or you don't give a fuck?
Well, here's what's problematic for most people in America is it's a holy war. And we're never going to, as a Western civilization, going to have a conversation with people that I don't want to like call me a racist, call me a phobic of all of the things. 100% of the time, terrorists blow shit up on behalf of religion. So Americans don't want to have a religious war, but it's absolutely a religious war. So we, if we're going to enter into a religious war with people who are ideologically religious, then we have to absolutely 100% engage and crystallize them. That's what we
Okay.
have to do.
All right. Let me,
It's
Nairi.
gross.
Okay, fair enough. Hold on one second. Nairi,
Yeah.
where are you from?
Jersey.
All right. And what are your thoughts on this war?
Yeah, I think it's stupid. I think it's pointless. I think we shouldn't be over there.
Okay. Can I ask you, do you support Donald Trump? Like, did you vote for him in 2024?
No, I do not
All right.
support him, and I did not vote for him.
Okay, fair enough. Is it a good thing for America that the Ayatollah is now dead?
I don't think it's a good way one way or the other. I mean, a good thing
Okay.
one way or the other.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have a preference on how it ends, meaning the war?
Yeah, I prefer that we pick up and leave right now, like skedaddle.
And what would happen if we would just skedaddle right now?
I think it gives us an opportunity to cut our losses and go home. I think every day over there is a day that we lose. I think that any soldier that we lose is a loss. I think it's a waste of resources. I think we don't really stand to gain much. I mean, even if we do win, we still have to have people over there, and people still have to, cover the region. With all of the, things dropping out of the sky, we've already lost so much, like, I don't know, technology, bases, resources that we have to now replace. You know what I mean? So it's getting costly, and it doesn't seem worth it.
Okay. Are you a pro-Palestine Democrat? Nairi?
I'm not a Democrat, but I am pro-Palestine.
Yeah. You are pro-Palestine? And did you vote
Yes.
for that dumpster fire, Carmela?
Yeah, I voted for Kamala.
Carmela? Okay. All right, let's go to Triple. Triple, where are you from?
I'm from the UK, my friend. Where are you
All
from?
right. I'm in the United States. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, what do you think about this war?
I think it needs to wrap up. I think Trump needs to find somebody to work with and get the fuck out. What do you think, Triple?
Exactly. I think Trump's fucked up, bro. Like before, the presidents that come from America, they fucked up in Iraq, they
Right.
fucked up in Afghanistan, they fucking lost, and they're gonna lose here. And
Well, guess
now,
what? Trump wanted the Ayatollah dead, and he's dead. Okay?
okay, what is that what you think?
I'm sure Donald Trump did not want him to live, because if Donald Trump wanted him to live, he would be alive.
What about Ben? What do you think was happening, Ben? Do you think Ben is alive?
I don't know. You tell me.
You, I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? But the rumors that go around, he's dead as well.
Where do you see that?
Hmm?
Where do you see that?
Same place where you saw
So what?
Thomas dead.
State TV announced that the Ayatollah was dead.
Okay. So is that all
Okay.
he wanted? Just to kill him and just so what is he doing there now?
Well, Donald Trump set out 3 objectives. Do you know what they were?
But listen, it doesn't matter.
Wait, I'm sorry. Answer the question. Do you know what they were?
Yeah, I understand that bit. But
Okay,
the thing
so he's going to make
is
sure
that
those
Trump-
3 objectives are met, and then we're going to get the fuck out of there.
Okay, so why is he still there?
Because we're not done meeting our objectives.
So what objectives have you guys got left?
What are
You're
the
gonna-
3 objectives that this administration has put up?
Okay, how many?
Answer the question, Triple. Triple, answer the question.
No. Hang on, bro.
I have
don't
a
give
feeling
fuck
he
about
doesn't
any
know.
government.
Okay,
No,
Triple, what are Triple, last try. What are the 3 objectives that Donald Trump and
I don't
this
know.
administration
I don't
set
know.
up? Okay,
I
well
don't
go
dispute
do
this.
okay, go do some fucking research and then come back, dumbass. Okay? Hold on, I'm reading a message, sorry. All right, Nairi, I'm intrigued by you just because you're a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat.
I'm sorry, who did you vote for once again?
Kamala.
Okay, so that's a Democrat, and let's face it, you support. I'm guessing. Can you tell me anything that Donald Trump is doing well? Like, is anything in America succeeding or going okay?
No, everything's crashing and burning.
Okay, so you're one of those Democrats. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's just
No, I don't
that.
think it's fair that you're calling me a Democrat.
You voted
Yeah,
for a Democrat.
you voted for a fucking Democrat.
There's only
and,
two parties to vote for.
Okay,
That
fair
doesn't mean
enough.
that that's the only way that people politically
You
align.
voted for a Democrat. Like,
Tell me the last time you voted for a Republican.
I'm 27. I only got to vote like the only other option has
Okay,
been Trump every
I
other
rest.
time.
I rest. Okay, I rest my case. Okay, so that's that. But do you honestly believe America would be better if Harris was president? I'm intrigued by that answer.
Yes, I do.
Okay, how so?
I don't even know where to begin.
Okay,
Hey,
just start
Dave.
anywhere.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, love.
I can just say her only answer to Iran was don't. Like her
Oh, you're
whole
talking
ass
about
answer.
Carmela?
Yes.
Right.
Carmela's answer to all of the was don't. I prefer an action, not just the word don't.
Well, keep in mind, Democrats like Nairi, they like just people saying don't and then not following through on anything ever, just like everybody in the Democratic Party. Triple, I'm bringing you back up. Make sure you have.
I'm bringing you back.
You're echoing. Triple.
You go on.
All right, very good. It is gone. Did you find the 3 objectives that Donald Trump set up?
Listen, mate. The thing is, this war is a waste of time. They're killing civilians. It doesn't matter, right? What the objectives are.
Triple. Will you pay attention to me? Once again,
that, bro.
Oh hell
Listen.
yeah!
This is also your question.
Crash
man.
out. Crash out.
No, I'm not gonna crash out. Nobody's achieving anything. You're killing civilians. Civilians are dying, and everybody's suffering. You guys are suffering in
I
America.
got you. Whenever you found out the Ayatollah was dead, what went through your mind?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't care, bro.
Okay,
I
fair
don't
enough.
give a shit. Listen, shall I tell you something? Even if Trump died, I don't give a shit.
Okay, great.
They're not giving.
So why are you here talking about it? If you don't give a shit, why are you here talking about it?
I'm talking about this. The civilians are dying.
But that's not the subject right now. That's not what I'm talking about. So
What's your subject? Go on, tell me.
It says that on
do
the
you see
poll.
where it says on the photo there? It says, "How does the war end?"
Iran is fucking you lot. Iran ain't gonna go nowhere. Iran is gonna stay where the fuck it is. Trust me. The same as Iraq.
Well, I don't think Trump's objective was to pick it up and move it.
No.
Okay.
Nothing's
Go
gonna
ahead.
go nowhere. Same as Iraq.
Okay.
Same as Afghanistan. Nothing's gonna happen. America and the West world, us lot. I'm from UK, right? We're gonna fucking chase our own tails and we're gonna run away.
Oh, okay. Well, my prediction is Donald Trump will find somebody within the current government or somebody over there and take a whole bunch of your oil and get the fuck out. What are your thoughts on that, Triple?
Exactly. They're there for money because they're fucking
Correct.
on resources. They've
Yes.
got no resources.
Yes.
They're there for
We're
money
greedy.
to loot.
We're greedy.
The looting.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're on the same page. We agree.
Yeah, of course we do.
Okay, very good. And we'll just have to take out a couple dozen or maybe a couple hundred members of the current government to get somebody that will assure us that they'll be our puppet for a while.
Okay, and then in the process, we're gonna sacrifice so many American soldiers, so many soldiers and that for nothing. America, the government's gonna be rich and fuck the people in it. Fuck the soldiers. How many
I'll
soldiers
never say
died?
fuck the soldiers.
No,
That's
but
a product of war. But
that's
I
what-
think
that's what
hold on
Trump
one second. Hold on one second. I think
Not
the
me.
end. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think that, but I'm saying that how many American soldiers have died so far?
I thought it was 12. Somebody said it was 13.
No, I'm telling
Okay.
you, a lot more than that.
Okay, what's the number? Triple.
I'll say more than 100.
Okay.
If
Where do you have? Where can I? And that's what I'm saying, Triple.
exactly
You
because
dumb,
look,
you
look,
dumb
look.
fucks, come
I'm
up here. You dumb
listen, no,
fucks,
no,
come up
wait,
here.
wait, wait, look.
Where can I
Your
look up that
government,
100 U.S.
American
soldiers? Go ahead.
government. Listen, hang on, bro. American government, and when it comes to British government, my government, right? They cover that shit up. But
Okay.
afterwards,
So
look what's happened after the
So
Iraq
he's
war.
basing it on a
What's happened
conspiracy theory.
after?
okay. So
No, it's
Triple,
not
you have
complete.
nothing.
Bro, listen. After the
The
Afghanistan
100
war,
figure is
after the
pointless
Iraq
given the
war,
Triple,
American.
you're the
I've
dumbest
got
person up here, right?
friends.
Because
I've got
everybody
friends.
is arguing with facts, or at least what they believe are facts.
No, bro, it's after
The chick
Hey,
above you, she's not. I mean, she's pretty much on the same same page
No,
as
no,
you.
no. Hang on, guys, look,
Okay.
hang on. I'm not
hey,
here for argument.
hey,
Look, after
Triple,
the
you're not
Iraq
going to
war,
find any
after the
source that
Iraq
has
war,
100
I
service
know.
members
triple,
unalive.
triple,
I've got service
triple,
members that are friends, that
triple,
are family. They've got
triple,
legs
Anecdotal
missing. They've got
evidence.
everything missing. When they come
Anecdotal.
back, they tell
triple,
the story.
triple,
All right. Go
Bro,
ahead, because.
Iraq war and Afghanistan war.
triple, triple.
Yeah.
Do you think for a second
Bro, host,
or
you
a
say you
millisecond?
don't care about Iranian.
Hey, never trust. Shut up.
No, you
While
just say you don't care about
Shushies,
Iranian.
never trust. Wait.
Shushies,
You just said that. You
All
Israeli
right.
and you
Hold
don't
on
care
one second.
about
Hold on one second. Let me go.
you
Good.
Israeli and
Go
you
ahead.
say you don't care about civilian, right? You said
When
that
did I?
already,
When
yeah?
did I say that?
You say you don't
The
care
host
about
never said
civilian.
that.
You
Never.
said that
Don't.
already,
Never.
yeah?
Never
Okay,
Hello?
why
trust.
we have to
Say
care
that,
about
say
you
that.
if you
Don't
don't
say
care
that.
about other people?
well,
Yeah,
Wait.
tell me
Never.
like,
When
why?
did I say that I don't
You
care
said
about
that
never,
civilians?
already. You just
never,
The
said
host
that 2
never
minutes
said
ago,
that.
bro.
never.
The live is
Never said.
All right. Here. Come back up. Never. I just want never up. Come on. Make sure you follow that account. If this live goes down, then I'll start there. Where's never at? All right, there we go.
You
All right.
just said that 2 minutes ago.
What did I
What
say
do
2
you mean you
minutes
don't care
ago?
about civilian?
When did I say that?
You said that 2 minutes ago to this guy you was talking
Quote
to.
me. What did I say?
Listen, tell me something, yeah.
Quote.
Why
No.
if
Hold
you
on. Hold
don't
on,
care
dumbass.
about other
Hold on.
people, why we
Never.
have to care
Never.
about you?
Hello.
Are
Never.
you fucking racist or something?
Hello. Never.
I'm talking to
Tell.
you.
Tell me. Quote me what I
You
said.
said that 2 minutes ago. And
What did I
listen,
say?
Baby Netanyahu is a religious. Every
Hold on.
war,
Hold
before
on.
he start every war, yeah?
Never. I put you in the rubble just for a minute, okay? You're in the rubble right now, but I'll bring you back up. I want you to quote me on what I said. That's what I want. I don't want you to come up with your bullshit talking points. Quote me on what I said. Okay? That's what I want from you, never. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, here. Let me invite your bitch ass up here. All right, go ahead.
You
Quote me,
said
sir.
that. You say you don't care about civilian. You said that already. Tell me something.
Okay, go
Netanyahu is
ahead.
a religious person, right? He's a religious person.
I
Every
don't
time
know.
he go
I
to
don't
war,
know
he
much
take a
about
break.
BB. BB is not my
He is
president.
a religion person. He's not different between him and
Okay, but I don't
Khomeini.
care if he's religious or not. What
What
don't
do you
you
mean
get?
you don't care? Because you're
I
trying to
don't
let
care.
Khomeini out of Iran because he's religious, right? Bibi
Wait,
Netanyahu is
we
a religious
no no
bro.
wait. You're saying we took the Ayatollah out because he's
The government
religious?
in Israel is a religious government for
No,
40
maybe
years
I'm
ago.
so sorry. I've never heard
You
BB
don't have
chant
left or
"Death
right
to
in Israel.
America"
You
or
don't have
"Death to
democracy.
any
You got only
country,"
some bunch of religious people
and
controlling you.
that's why you guys are so fucking
No,
dumb.
that's
You
not
know what I
true,
mean?
bro.
Yes.
Listen,
That's why you
Netanyahu,
guys are
every
so
time he come
fucking
on the
dumb.
TV, he talk by the Bible. Oh, the Bible. Oh, I'm a Jew. Are you okay, bro? We got different religions in the world. We got
Hey,
Christian,
can I ask you
Muslim,
where?
Jew.
Hey,
It's not
never,
only you, man. Why you
never
have to care only
before,
about you?
never before your family,
No.
never before your family went to the UK. Where was your family originally
Listen,
from?
don't care about UK. Tell
You
me
you
how
reek
you don't
you
care about
reek
civilian.
of
You say
Somalia.
you don't care
You
about civilian.
reek of it.
You say you don't care
Are
about
you from?
civilian.
No. I'm not
Bro,
talking about where he's at now.
Baby
I'm talking.
Netanyahu is a religious
Hey, are you
religious
from
prime
Somalia?
minister. Every time
Hello,
he comes talk by
never,
the Bible. What you talking about? Are you
never.
trying to make fact for no reason now? Tell me why Israel is a
Tell me you're
religious government.
Somalian without telling me
Why
you're
are you
Somalian.
telling me Somalia? Are you trying to be racist now?
Are
Bro,
you
are you
Somalian?
okay?
Yes or no?
Are you okay?
Are
crazy,
you
man? Why
are
you
you
trying to be
Somalian?
racist,
Yes or
man?
no?
I ask you a normal question.
How
Why
is it
Israel is a
racist?
religious country? Why Israel is a
Never.
religious
Are you
country?
going to
Why
answer
you
my
don't have
question, or am
democracy
I
in
dropping
Israel?
you?
Where is
Are
the
you going
left?
to
Where is
answer
the
my
right in Israel?
question?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
Likud taken over of Israel for 40 years, man.
You dumb fuck. If you want to answer my questions, I'll have you back up. Okay, but you're not going to come up here and just talk and not answer my questions. And you reek you reek of Somalia, no doubt about it. All right, let's go with this one. All right, Nairi, go ahead.
Yeah, I just seen someone in the comments was saying that Cuba surrendered. I don't know how true that is because I didn't go check. But that's another thing, like Cuba, Venezuela. How are we like sustaining this? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how are we going to be in the Middle East, taking over Cuba, taking over Venezuela? Like, these are just
But we
things that
didn't take
stretch us
over.
thin.
Wait, I mean, let's be. And this is where you Democrats are just nuts, right? Venezuela was an operation that lasted a couple hours, right? We're not running Venezuela. Am I wrong?
But did he not say that we are running Venezuela?
Okay, are we running Venezuela? Yes or no? Or is there somebody there running the country?
I have no. According to Donald Trump, we're
Okay,
running
very good.
Venezuela.
So if Cuba goes the same way and we put somebody else in charge there, that's a good thing, right? No?
What do you mean, like put someone in charge? Like,
Just
as
like we
in,
did in Venezuela.
but who's in charge in Venezuela? We don't officially have anyone. It's us.
No. Nairi, and this is where I get frustrated with you guys, that you guys just hate on Donald Trump just to hate on Donald Trump. And it is what it is.
Okay, but you're
Yeah.
saying no, but
Okay.
is that not the case? Are we not stretching ourselves thin in Cuba and Venezuela? And we're also, why would we bomb Nigeria?
Okay,
We bombed Nigeria.
who
We were
from the
going after Greenland. Like,
Okay.
tell me why these things are necessary.
Okay, so why did Trump want Maduro out? Answer me.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Why did Trump want Maduro out?
I don't know. The
Okay.
regime change, that's always the key factor, is it
Okay.
not?
And this is where I say, typical Democrat, right? You'll bash Trump, but have no idea on why he wanted him out. So then my next question is,
I'm not concerned with
okay.
why he wanted him out. I was addressing the fact that we are over there is stretching us thin. Do you agree or not?
And how many members of the U.S. government or U.S. military are in Venezuela right now?
Even if it's one, that's one too many. Do you
But
not
it's not even
understand that?
one.
If we're in
It's not even one.
Venezuela and we're in
It's not even one.
Cuba and we're in the Middle East, do you not understand that that's like stretching us thin? And these are not people who are our allies, by the way. These are not people who are like running self-sustaining governments and things like that. These are countries that need to be taken in and taken over, and now we have to spend money and time and resources and send people over there. This is not just going to be like a we knock somebody out of the way and then we're kind of just like in the clear. That's not how that works.
I must tell you, Nairi, and I just want to compliment you and say that I love people just like you, and I beg you to follow me. And whenever, at some point later this year, early next year, Democrats are going to start announcing that they're running for president, and I'm going to turn my focus to that. I hope to God, no matter what app I'm on, I need you sitting right next to me, just like you are right now, every fucking night. And why is that, Nairi? Is because you do nothing, people like you do nothing but make my party, the Republican Party, look much, much better. And I always appreciate people like you. So I thank you for being here this morning.
Right, you're very welcome. You said all that to say a bunch of nothing. You still didn't answer any of
I'm
what I
sorry.
said.
What didn't I answer?
Did I not? Like, did you not hear anything that I said?
What was the question? Go, repeat the question.
Are we not stretching ourselves thin
No.
by
No.
being in
Okay.
Cuba and
I
being in
got you.
Venezuela?
Not
and
like
Well,
being in
I
the Middle
asked the
East?
question, how many?
Literally,
Oh, go ahead, because.
Literally not even close. We're not even close to kind of, sort of, maybe stretched thin militarily, because we have nothing in Venezuela. We have nothing in Cuba. We've moved assets into the Middle East, but like, I appreciate your passion, but
It's not passion. What do you mean passion?
her
Passion for
passion,
what? She has no
like
passion.
well,
Stop it,
she,
because she's a Jersey girl who is bored because it's cold out. During the summer, she'll be at the beach. Okay, she just hates
but
Donald Trump. That is it.
but she really felt like she had something there. There's no military presence in Cuba or Venezuela. We can focus all of our attention
Okay,
in,
I just want to go back to because
Let's
thank
ask
you.
this guy, please,
Never,
man.
never,
Are you
never.
America first?
Okay,
Are
yes,
you
very
America
much so.
first?
Yes.
You know. You
Okay,
know.
I answered your question. Now answer
You
my
know.
question.
You know. How come you
Is
America first and you only
never,
talking about
never,
Israel
never. Do you
24
want to go
hours?
back in the rubble? Yes or no?
I'm asking you, how come you
Answer
America
the
first and you
question.
talk?
Is
Bro, you
your
only
family
talk about Israel.
okay?
You only
All right,
talk
here we
about
go.
you
All
never
right,
talk about America.
never done. Okay. Get a grip. Where are you from? If you connect. All right, you are not connecting. So, Nairi, why is it that you're under the like? If somebody came up to you on the streets and said, "How many U.S. military members or members of our government are currently in Venezuela?" What number would you have given them?
I probably would just Google it.
Okay, if you had to guess without googling.
In Venezuela,
Yeah.
I think like to run a country.
hey, don't Google it. 0.
Okay, so we're not occupying Venezuela. That's what you're saying?
Occupying. Okay, interesting.
Well, whatever term you want to use.
Can you just I just want to see where your mindset was before this conversation. What if you had to guess without looking it up, how many military members are in Venezuela right now?
I never said anything about military members. I don't think you
Then
necessarily
what
need to
when you
have
say we're stretching ourselves thin or whatever the fuck you were saying, what did you mean by that?
resources. If our people over there, whoever they are, lawyers,
If
I don't know,
our
politicians,
people,
whoever would be over there,
Lawyers?
if our
those
people,
I don't know
if
who
we
it would
have,
take to
if
run a different government. I'm talking to
Nairi,
Dave.
if
I
we
was
have
talking to the host
if
because
there's zero,
okay,
if there's
because you're
zero,
talking at me, so
then
I can't hear you right now.
All right,
then you should open your ears.
because let her embarrass herself. Okay, it's okay because. But Nairi, whenever you said we have resources there, I assumed you meant military members. Now you're saying it could be lawyers.
Yeah, whoever it
That's
would
fine.
take for us to run a country. I don't know if you assume that we're just supposed to have like a stoplight there that says we took out Maduro, stop sign, everything's on pause till we come back. That's not how I'd assume things would go. So I don't know. I would assume that they would send a team of
I think you
people
should
over
full
there
stop.
to
I think you should
handle
full
that.
stop it. I think you should full stop it. I don't know. I think that's where
And I
you
think
should
you
full
should too.
stop.
I think you should too because you still haven't answered my question.
What was it? What was the question?
Do you not think that having our people over there, resources,
Right.
whatever resources those are, is stretching ourselves thin?
But Nairi,
We
and this is
don't have people there,
Okay, so
and they're
Venezuela's running itself.
ma'am, with all respect to you, we don't have people there, and we haven't sent resources there. We absolutely removed a dictator from there and gave that land back to the people. They had an election. I think you should Google it. They elected a president and they're happy.
Okay, so we're out of Venezuela.
Yes.
Oh, so why did you start with that? Why didn't you lead with that?
Like they're literally doing Venezuelan things that don't apply to us.
So why didn't you lead with that? Because like I said, when I saw Smudge's
because
comment in the comments about Cuba, you're raising your voice because I can't hear you when you get rowdy like that.
I didn't have to lead with that.
You should have led with that because that was the topic, ma'am. You should have led with that.
You had all of the extras.
What extras? What extras?
I let you be.
I asked you a simple question.
I let you be remedial.
Okay, but you're also you're letting me be remedial, but at the same time you're not answering any of the questions that I'm asking you.
You're totally remedial.
You could have led with that. You
Venezuela is just doing Venezuela stuff.
Okay, so what about Cuba?
Wait, hold on one second, Nairi. The reason why the question wasn't quote unquote answered is because the question was very dumb. For you to say that, don't you agree that our resources are thin, or however you phrased it, when that would be a valid argument if we had like 10,000 troops in Venezuela and 20,000 troops in Cuba. But that's why it has not been answered, because common sense says...
Okay, but I never said anything about troops.
Okay, so what other resources were you talking about? You mentioned lawyers. Let's keep going.
I'm talking about if we were to take over if we were to take over another government, that would not be us sending resources over there, would it not?
Okay, so what resources are in Venezuela right now?
The only resource that we're always after.
Okay, no. Which of our resources are in Venezuela right now?
She just told me that we're not in Venezuela, so why are we still talking about Venezuela?
Okay. Very good. So then why did you still respond with, you did not answer my question when it has been answered?
She just answered it. I just told you that. Great. She just answered it.
So can you answer your own question? Are our resources
Did we just clarify that, Dave?
Can you say yes or no?
Did we just clarify that we don't have any resources in Venezuela?
Okay, very good. So your question, why'd you go on Coffee Cup? Regardless, Nairi, I appreciate people like you. If it was up to me, I would host 8 people just like you, clueless Democrats, clueless Muslims, all day, every day. I don't know who was in the queue. I tried to let you up. It didn't work. And because your microphone is so fucking loud, you were scaring people that were sound asleep. Do we know if Nairi is a blonde or not?
Oh,
go ahead, because
I think it's probably not my microphone. I think it's because I'm just.
Oh, you literally were screaming?
Not screaming. My voice amplifies.
Interesting.
Not screaming. Yeah. I'm just a loud person.
Okay.
At my base.
Okay, fair enough. She sounds like she has blue hair. Who, Jenny? Who are you saying that about? If Nairi is a blonde, you like her? No, it doesn't really matter. When you talk about these Democrats, it does not matter blonde or brunette. It does not matter. They are still much needed, especially as we turn the calendar and focus on 2028. USA, what side are you on again? What side are you on?
Hey there, host. So, pro-Trump, and I think we pretty much agreed on most things. I did have one comment to make, though, that I think might be relevant, if you don't mind. So, it's just interesting that, I saw it was brought up a few times about, losing these service members. I think it's important to note that for decades, Iran has been funding various T groups such as Hezbollah, etc., and that has indirectly led to the unaliving of several American service members. So it's kind of an odd argument to say, well, we're losing people in this engagement where Iran has actually, over many years, been responsible indirectly for those same people as part of the military being unalived. So I think that's worth mentioning.
Well, to be fair, this chick thought we had like 80,000 troops in Venezuela. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the bar's pretty low then.
Yeah. My guess is she's overall pretty clueless, but that's okay. I appreciate people like her, and she's very much needed here. Bobby, what's going on?
Yeah, so
Go
I
ahead,
realized we
Nyree.
do have resources over there. We have
Okay.
investments
Lawyers?
in infrastructure because we are taking over their oil.
But all right, so we're doing Chat GBT right now.
No, just Google, just plain old Google.
Oh, okay. So the AI overview, same thing. Okay.
Yeah, but AI overviews can be fact checked.
But the investments that we're putting in different countries, that's not taking anything away from what's going on in the Middle East, right? We invest in a lot of shit throughout the world. Nyree? All right, back to... All right. All right, Bombi, what do you got, Bombi?
So I was gonna ask, the guy with Trump on his poster with the Islamic regime flag behind it. I can't see your name. You mentioned something about Hezbollah just now. I wanted to ask, like, with regards to America and its part kind of within this war, you know, would you say that, like, because I haven't heard Trump come out and say that, you know, getting rid of these proxy groups is also a goal. So where did you get the idea to bring like Hezbollah and all of this thing in? I know that they fund them, but they're not necessarily a threat to America, right?
Well, they are, and there's several documented cases of them unaliving American service members.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make them a threat to American service members because them being around can cause them to not be alive, and that's usually bad.
Yeah. Okay, so you think that the USA also needs to take them out as well? Or you think that's a job for Israel?
Since they are funded by the current regime in Iran, logic would dictate that if that regime is disbanded or destroyed, then the funding for those groups will no longer be applied, and they would be then neutralized.
And do you not think that, like, whoever's going to take over, or whoever it is that's going to, well, if the regime is going to fall, because we don't know if it is or if it's not, right? At this point, no one has any idea if it is going to fall or if it's not going to fall. They would still be working with
Bam.
proxies that they have.
Bam.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If the United States makes it all glass, do you have a point? Is there a discussion? Like literal glass. If we turn it all like literal, like, ma'am, I need you to answer my question.
I can't understand what you're saying. Did you say glass or did you say glass?
If we make it all glass.
Make what glass? I'm so confused.
Like the whole fucking region. Is it? Are we having a discussion? Is it diplomacy, or we are
glass?
Like
she's saying glass.
Glass. If there's nothing left to talk about, are we having a discussion, or have you been dominated?
But I don't understand what the comparison to glass is.
Well, you should understand.
I think you should figure out what you're trying to say.
No, it's okay because it's okay. So Bambi, what she means is when you drop a boom boom of significant power, the heat is so intense that sand will be crystallized into glass, its component, silicon. So she's insinuating that America, which is correct, has the power to drop many boom booms in the area and reducing the sand in the area to crystallize glass. So she's saying basically that what's going to happen when that happens.
I'm confused. So she's saying that sorry, I still don't get the comparison.
No. So she's saying that America has the capability, which they do, to completely decimate this area with various weaponry, including.
Okay, so how does that benefit the innocent innocent
I,
civilians that
I
are
don't
Iranian?
I'm at the point.
So you don't
The
care if innocent Iranian civilians get unalived?
Stop. That's what you're saying. Talking. And
No,
I'm not unaliving. I'm not with your pretty words unaliving shit. What I'm saying is, at what point is your government and the people that control your government okay with, we're going to make you glass?
Yeah, you just
Because
sound like a bloodthirsty
that's
person
where,
to me
like,
who just
the
wants innocent
bloodies
people to be
of
unalived.
all the bloodies, and you can talk all you want to, the capabilities of the United States military is that we can make you fucking glass.
But why would you want to? Like,
Because
how does that
we're done.
benefit us?
We're done. We're totally done. As an American populace, we're done with being told death to America for 47 fucking years.
And
we're good. We're absolutely
completely
good with
destroy
the
Iran.
fight. Like,
That's what you want.
Bro, we're good.
I mean, I guess you can't argue with total annihilation.
We're absolutely good with the fight that you've brought for 47 years. You've been telling us for 47 years that you would like to decimate us as a civility, as a society, as a continent, and we're just respectively matching your energy. We're respectively matching what you brought to us over 47 years, systematically, quietly blowing up shit on like your Akbar bullshit. We're coming back and saying, we're good, we'll make you glass.
Fuck the Akbar bullshit.
Okay, so because
we'll
saying
make you fucking glass.
You're saying that total annihilation is the answer. So you do realize that that's ethnic cleansing?
That's what
absolutely.
You do realize that that's ethnic cleansing?
Okay.
Yep. Move. Pack your fucking bags. Get out.
How are you going to tell her to pack her bags?
Babe, I live in the UK. I'm
pack
good.
your
I don't
fucking
live in
bags.
Iran.
Yeah, pack your fucking bags, Bombi.
Pack your bags.
And go where?
Move.
Go where?
Get the fuck out. I don't know where.
America.
Okay, so if we did do total annihilation on Iran, you guys aren't worried about any type of backlash? Like, you guys just think that's a great idea? Go America.
I
diplomatically.
Because can you please stop screaming? You're blowing up my eardrum. I have headphones in, baby.
Sorry.
It's okay, baby.
Quiet.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, but you could answer her question. Go ahead.
What's the question?
Diplomatically, that would be very bad, I would reckon.
Yeah, are you guys not worried about any type of like backlash from total annihilation?
Here's what's problematic with diplomacy. We've been doing diplomacy for years. We've been sending planes with pallets of money for years. We've been having talks. We've had treaties. We've had signed agreements for years and years and years. And here we are as a Western civilization being fucked with.
Because can I respond to you?
Sure.
So, because obviously I'm more right-leaning, and I think I'm pretty on par with the host, but I think in terms of Iran, you may not be as well knowledgeable about that country, just on basis of things you're saying. I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Tell me about Iran.
Okay. I'd be happy to.
It.
So to just kind of put things into perspective, and again, As I said with the host before, I disagree with the regime. They should be removed. It's a terrible regime. But when
Well,
you look at
but wait. Here's the everything after a but is bullshit.
no, okay, well, okay, fine.
So
Then I'll tell you. No,
right.
okay, let me go ahead.
So
Let me go ahead.
so
So, okay, because are
but
you aware? Are you aware there
wait.
was okay? Let me give me 30
I
seconds.
understand the history, but
Okay, do you understand?
like here we are.
Okay, how
Here
long
we
was the
are.
Iran-Iraq war?
Well, but here we are.
Okay, how long was the
We're
Iran-Iraq war?
it doesn't matter. Here
Well, you
we
just said you know
are,
the history, and then you said you don't. Can you
bro.
give me a minute to
Listen,
explain? Because it seems like you don't know anything about this country at all.
here we are in our Lord's year of 2026. We're in a conflict, right? And I, as an American, don't give two fucks about any other continent or country but my country
Okay.
and
Okay, that's great.
my peoples,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so let
All
me
of my
tell you
peoples.
this part.
So
Okay. Okay.
like there's literally nothing you can say
Sure.
to sway me or
I'm not
change
trying
my
to sway you.
mind.
I'm not trying to sway you.
Like
I just need to explain to you.
nothing.
Okay, great. Okay, now may I speak? Okay,
Yes,
so after the
sure.
1979 revolution, there was a war. It
We're like
it lasted.
I'm
Okay,
not
please
like
let me talk.
no. I'm
Please let me
not
talk. Okay,
going
I
back
don't
to
expect you to care.
like
The other
I'm
people on the
not
panel do
going
care.
back. I'm not
Can
going
I
back
please
to
talk? I let you
19.
talk. Can I please talk
No,
now?
I'm not
So you're
going
not
with
going to let me
you.
talk. You're just going to talk over
No,
me.
I'm not. I
Okay,
literally
fine.
am
Stay
not
ignorant.
going back to
No, stay ignorant.
1917 anything. I am
1917.
in
I said
I am in
1979.
like I am in
Thank you.
2026. I am in an active conflict with you as an American with Iran and as an American in a conflict with Iran. If I have the ability to make it glass and make it stop,
Okay, yes, you've made it very
lose
clear you're very
like
happy destroying all the
like
brown people.
it's
Yes, we
not about
understand that.
it's not about
Yes, you don't
happiness.
yes, the brown
It's
people in the
not
sand,
about
yes,
happiness.
you want them
It's
decimated. We
not about
understand.
like
You've said
you
it 10
can
times now.
spin
You
it
don't like brown people,
however
you want to
like
make them you want to
you
get rid of
can
these nasty
like
sand people, yes.
I don't subscribe to that. You don't get my cash to that. I am saying as an American, if I am entering into a conflict with anyone, I intend to win. I intend to save all of the American lives. I intend to demolish anybody who is my enemy. And if they won't submit, then they can perish. If they will submit, I think that's kind of a Muslim kind of thing. Like
Okay, so
you can either pay the Sharia, you
Okay.
can
Why are you
conform,
making it
you can pervert.
religious?
Like I'm just saying that it seems like it's pretty
Okay,
valid. They're
this is
pretty
you need to stop
like
talking.
it's pretty
Okay, you need to let other people
like
talk now.
no,
I let
like
you talk for 5 minutes. You need to stop.
would like other people to talk. You would like only you to talk.
You've talked for
I
5
would
minutes,
like
lady.
I would
It's
like
time for other
I
people
would
to talk.
like I would like
Jesus
and I'm
fucking
trying
Christ,
to
man.
talk
You've been talking for
quietly.
5 fucking minutes, lady.
Like
Shut
So
up.
because do you not see it as a win if we pack up and leave right now?
No, absolutely not.
So you're saying
Okay.
we started it, so we have to finish it,
Yep. 100%.
and you don't care the cost.
Nope.
So for me, the cost is American lives. And
No, it's
that's why I think that we should pull out. Yes, you're saying that you
like,
care.
it's
You care
100%
about our
not.
people, but you actually
It's
don't. You
100% not.
didn't give me an
Yeah,
answer
well,
for if they hit us back.
Wait.
You didn't
like,
give me an
team
answer
timeout.
for if there was any type
Team
of
timeout.
repercussions.
Team timeout.
And then
Team timeout.
I
Like,
can tell
how
that you're
did
over
you
the age of 50.
hypothetically-
So it's
I'm
not
just
like
gonna
you're
talk
going to
over
be
you instead.
drafted to go to the Middle East.
like,
So of course you don't
what-
give a damn
Okay.
about if our people are actually dying
Because
over
I'm being
there in
respectful.
Denver.
Please let other
You don't
people
give a
speak.
shit because your old ass isn't going.
Bullshit. You're full of shit. Suddenly
You're
in
full of
that,
shit because your old ass is not going.
Okay, because
Oh my god.
because can we please speak? Because can we please speak? Okay.
Speak about
okay,
what?
please. I'm asking you nicely, please. Okay. After 1979, there was a 10-year war with Iraq. Saddam Hussein was provided with weapons by the USA. Iran had to defend
Listen,
themselves.
I understand the history.
The American CIA provided weapons
understand
to
the
Iran.
history.
That
I
America,
understand the fuck
no, you
shit.
don't know the history.
Yes,
America
I
literally
understand the fuck shit.
was
I
posing
do.
both sides to unalive each other. They were
understand the fuck
giving
shit.
guns to one group and guns to
I
another and telling each other to
understand the
unalive
fuck
themselves.
shit. I understand the
10
fuck shit.
years, 1 million
I
people,
understand the
young
shit.
people were unalived in
Hey,
that war.
guess what?
Thanks to
Guess
America.
what?
Thanks to the
Guess
American
what?
government
Guess
orchestrating that
what?
whole thing.
Guess
So
what?
that's why they might be a
Nothing.
little bit
Like,
pissed off
how many
at America. Do you
nations?
understand that?
How many
That is this whole
nations?
source. Now, I'm
How
not
many
justifying it. We're
nations?
now in the
Like,
current stage, but that's
bro,
why they might be a little bit pissed off
like,
at America.
listen,
You understand that?
I understand that. But how many nations are in the Middle East? Educate me. How many total nations are in the Middle East?
I mean, you have Saudi Arabia,
No,
you have Saudi Arabia,
like
Iran, Iraq,
all of them.
Afghanistan.
Tell me, like, count them. Count them on your hands
Sure.
and tell me. Like,
Saudi
you're a
Arabia,
smart guy.
Oman,
You can
Yemen.
math it.
Sure, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan.
Listen, lady, we're not search engines.
No,
The point
wait,
being is
girl,
you shouldn't be over there. It's bullshit. And old people like you should be telling us to take our asses over there to die in a desert. You shut the fuck up because
you should shut up.
Because I agree with how things are going with war, but I don't agree is your lack of knowledge about the country and the history. Because it seems like you don't know a lot about the history of the country and why we are now at this stage.
Here's what's problematic about your argument.
It's not an argument. You literally don't know. You actually don't know a lot about the history.
Wait. And here's what's equally or more problematic about the loud bitch in the corner is she would like to call me out and you shouldn't speak on whatever. I've watched this shit in the Middle East for years. So yes, ma'am, my old ass has watched the Middle East fight each other for fucking years. They will fucking kill everything. They'll fight each other. They'll slaughter each other. They'll kill each other. And then they'll ask for America's help. Like, we have absolutely been drawn into the entire Middle East bullshit for all of my time.
All right, whoever I cut off, I apologize. Guys, if I'm on mute, just know, like, come on. I'm keeping an eye on the comments. Usually I will keep the headphones in, but I could not. Okay, you guys know that I'm doing two different things, so just chill out. I appreciate shy girl in the clouds, bitching and moaning. Hunters, I don't know who you are, but you're a little whiny bitch. But there were people, somebody gifted her. I think it was Linus. And Smudge seemed like she was enjoying it. And you could say whatever you want, and I don't know what she said for the last 5 minutes that I was on mute. But there are people here in America that have a similar thought process as she does. Insane. All right, so let's start. I don't even know who I selected. VTO.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Where are you from?
I'm from New York, 54 years old.
Okay, and let me just start off with, hold on, I just want to put this account up here. Very simple question. Are you a supporter of Donald Trump?
I am not, no.
Okay, so did you support whenever Trump and Bibi took out the Ayatollah?
The way it happened, no.
Okay, elaborate on that.
Because if we're in the business of just taking out regimes, we've now taken out two. Cuba's next.
Another one.
We start looking like an authoritarian nation, an expansion nation, It's not it's not how America is. We've done stuff like this in the past with covert operations.
No problem. Just keep it simple for
correct.
me. Why is it?
It is
why,
not. We should not take it because you know what? I'll tell you what.
No.
Because
VTO,
we
relax.
end up with the same regime.
Stop. VTO, relax.
Go ahead. I'm relaxed.
Make the case on why it would be more beneficial that the Ayatollah was alive today. Go ahead.
It's not beneficial,
Okay,
but we've
I'm
accomplished we've accomplished nothing because the same regime is in.
Okay, fair.
That's why we've not. It's like we fought for 20 years in the Middle East, and the Taliban is still there.
Okay,
we get rid of the Ayatollah, and they're still there. What's your end game? What's your mission?
Well, Donald Trump set out 3 different objectives. What are they?
Well, it's one to take the oil. We know that's why he's there.
To be fair,
Number
that
2
wasn't
is regime change.
Okay, then VTO, if I were you, I would just stop embarrassing yourself. Maybe go look up what his objectives are. Now, you could say
it changes.
A product of these objectives being completed, maybe we get some oil out of it. So I think that's fair. But that's not the objectives that have been listed by this administration. And it has not changed. VTO. It has not changed. So I think you're just a Trump hater that no matter what
absolutely not.
Okay, but
you're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay. Well, let me tell you why I believe I'm right. Because if you came up here and said these are Trump's objectives,
I was going to tell you, but you cut me off.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. What are they? Go. Wait, I'm so sorry. Stop. I asked you what they were, and you spouted off 2 things that were not listed. The fuck are you talking about? You're about to tell me.
I'm telling you what his objectives are.
Okay,
he says he wants to get rid of their enrichment capabilities, their nuclear program. He has said that he's willing to put boots on the ground to take the refineries. This is the things that he said. It changes daily with this guy based on somebody telling him something else. We know this of him.
Okay, just simple question. Has anybody in this administration said they want regime change?
Has any? Yeah. He has said.
Who?
He said. Trump has said himself.
Go ahead. What is
that? The Ayatollah is killing people or unaliving his own people, and it's time for him to go.
And he's gone.
Yeah, and he's gone. He did it.
Okay, but where does but how does that translate in your head to regime change, right? You just came up and admitted that the current government is still in place.
The Trump also said that he didn't like who took over. All right.
Okay. So we're going to take him out too.
So he said that if he doesn't come around or change, he might not be there tomorrow as well. Trump says a lot of things.
Correct.
Okay.
But
the problem I have.
VTO.
I'm telling you the problem I have with this.
No, VTO. The problem I have with you is you're coming up as a Trump hater spewing bullshit. I'm still waiting.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
What do you, I keep telling you, but you're not taking what I'm saying.
Correct, because it's bullshit.
It's not. I'm telling you the truth. You're looking for a word. That's what you're looking for. You want.
Okay. Go ahead.
What you want. This is what you want. You want everybody to submit and to believe that everything Trump says is absolutely 100% correct. If he says it, that means it's justified.
Incorrect. No, that's
what
wrong.
you tell me. Because I told you
that's not what I'm saying.
To get rid of their nuclear program, and you didn't like that.
Thank you, Goddess.
You didn't like that answer. I said we're going in for the oil. You didn't like that either. I said regime change. You didn't like that answer either.
So let's focus on that. Once again, I'm looking for you to bring up a quote or a video or an article where anybody in this administration has said that regime change is the priority. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, you want to talk about Trump has no priority. Levitt also said, or Trump also said that he went in on a feeling. A feeling. That's what he said. Now, if you're not watching,
VTO. What I'm asking you directly for an exact quote from this administration saying that regime change is a goal. That's what I'm looking for.
See, this is the problem. What you're looking for is that I'm on my way to work.
Okay.
So there's no way on my phone now I could start looking up these things to provide them with you. We can have a dialogue and a conversation about what's going on and whether it's right or wrong. We can have a dialogue. Now, the problem I have with this whole thing is that normally the way this process works is a president gets on TV, the radio, print, and convinces the nation why we must do this. He didn't do this. Number two, they go around the world and speak to our allies and say, this is why it's a priority. They have a nuclear program. They're looking to expand. They're looking to create ballistic missiles. All right. And they get the support from our allies because that's the way we've done it in the past. In this case, this is not what happens. What we do now is whatever Trump says. He wants Cuba next. You're going to be all for it. He can go after the Vatican. And I guarantee you will be coming up here tomorrow and justify why going after the Vatican is the right choice. That's what you do. There's no drawing the line of the sand.
Okay.
There's no
VTO. Shut your bitch ass up. Okay.
There you go. Go for it. Go ahead. See,
let me just
right,
ask you a question. How often do you listen to me?
Not very often. I just came across you while driving.
Okay, very good.
Going to work.
I have criticized Donald Trump. I have no problem doing it. I am a Trump supporter, but I think there is plenty of room to criticize Donald Trump. But when you're sitting here and misquoting this administration, that's where you lose me. Okay, if you want to,
what's his mission?
Go ahead.
What was then? You enlighten me and tell me what was his mission for this for Iran? Because I have plenty of reasons why I think he went in. You tell me why you think that this time.
Okay, go ahead. You're breaking up for me. I don't know if you're breaking up.
This is the time. Hold on, I should be okay in a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Ask you a question?
Okay.
If let me
Sure,
quote
absolutely.
an administration. The president has the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. Is that good, or is that good enough for you?
No, that's okay. That is okay. Yes, the president does have that authority. You're correct. So what's your point?
Okay, so
that justified this. So still that because
that's
of
all.
that.
And the reason, just hold on one second. To be fair, that quote was from Barack Obama. And
that's fine. Yeah.
He, whenever you sat up here and whined like a little bitch, that presidents are supposed. Hold on one second. That presidents are supposed to go do this and do that. When was the last time a president did that?
George Bush.
Right. And Cheney, to be fair. Dick Cheney did most of it. But I just don't get it. The times of going around and getting approval and shit like that, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, it's over, right? Everybody is partisan when it comes to this. If you're a Democrat and a Democrat does it, you support it, and vice versa. That's reality. So you coming up and talking about the good old days, that has passed. Okay, so let's just move that aside.
So can I ask you something? All right.
Sure,
so now,
go ahead.
Okay. So now he's done this.
Okay.
Trump's approval rating is in the toilet. He is unpopular around the world.
Okay, let me respond. Let me respond.
Hold on. You can respond after I'm done. All right, because you like calling me names. I haven't done it once to you.
I don't give a rat's ass. The reality is Donald Trump is more popular among his base than
Absolutely.
Okay, so whenever you say he's losing his approval rating, number one, he's still very popular among Republicans.
Amongst his amongst his MAGA base, not Republicans.
I'm so sorry. CNN, Harry Enton, just this weekend was up on the big screen Bush and Obama, this point of time in their second term, they both had an approval rating in their own party of 77%. Trump is at 85%.
Okay, so you're now quoting
Okay.
CNN that was purchased by a pro-friendly friend, and now you're sitting there and happy? That's what you're saying?
Okay, so
You're now
those numbers
quoting
mean nothing.
CNN, CNN 6 months ago was fake news. Now all of a sudden, CNN polls, you're all in favor of it because now it's a pro-Trump news media.
How about this? You bring me up any source where Donald Trump is losing a big percentage of support amongst his base.
Well, when you have now Ann Coulter and you have a lot of people,
I'm not talking about talking heads doing it for clicks.
I'm telling you now his base or independents.
Bring me
he
a poll.
won the election.
Independents
again.
VTO. He is not running for president again. He is done.
You think you don't think he's going to meddle now in the midterm elections? He's already doing it.
Okay, but
he doesn't believe in the Constitution.
Okay,
we know this.
Okay, so how's he going to do that?
How? He could do it with martial law. He's now told, as of yesterday, I read a news article yesterday, which again, I can't pull up because I'm on my phone speaking to you, so I can't.
Right.
Then now he's asked every governor to go to paper ballots. Every governor.
Are you for the Save America Act? Do you
I'll
agree
tell you
that,
why I'm not.
Why?
I'll tell you why I'm not. Okay.
Be racist like the rest of your party. Act as if black people can't go get ID. Go ahead.
No, it has
embarrass
nothing
yourself.
to do with ID.
Okay.
24th
Why are you
Amendment of
against
the The 24th Amendment of the Constitution says you can't have a poll tax. You can't charge people to vote. So what's going to happen is
Who's charging people?
Let me explain to you. To obtain a driver's license, you have to pay for it. To obtain a passport, you have to pay for it.
Oh,
to
so
obtain
that's
your birth
the argument
certificate-
you guys have moved to? That is pathetic. You need
Th-
those
on
things.
Capitol Hill,
I'm
it-
so
it
sorry.
will not
VTO.
pass.
VTO.
Man, you don't like to learn. Uneducated. That's what you are.
Learn.
You have to learn.
Learn.
You don't.
VTO.
You don't care about the Constitution.
The Constitution. What the fuck's the Constitution?
Constitution.
Are you fucking drunk? VTO.
how old are you?
VTO. VTO.
How old are you?
VTO.
How old are you?
Okay, here, VTO. Here, let me just set the tone, okay? You could come back up, dumb fuck. Okay? But the point is, you could say, well, the 24th Amendment said there can't be a poll tax. You need identification for so many things every day. So whenever you guys make this argument, I'm not going to lie, you guys have shifted it a little bit. Okay, the Democrats before were poor black people cannot go get an ID, and finally somebody realized that sounds pretty fucking racist. So let's change it to other bullshit. Okay, so if your dumbass wants to come back up, you're more than welcome to. I don't see you in the queue, so let's go with I think it said Papa Speed. Papa Speed, you did not connect. If you were in the queue and it did not connect, just try again because nobody is connecting. All right, so VTO is back. So VTO, you agree that everything, like you need a ID for a lot of things, right? Whether it's a bank account or renting a car or doing anything, right? VTO, do you agree with that?
That is correct. Before
Okay,
you
so-
drop me, that is correct. Do you know 50% of Americans do not own a passport?
But you don't need a passport
You know that?
to vote. You don't need a passport to
Yes,
vote.
you will need a passport, a driver's license, or a birth certificate.
You
will
need-
need these
no,
things, and they
you
have
don't-
to match.
Okay.
Do you know my wife was
stop.
already notified? Holy shit! My wife was already notified that she cannot vote. She's unregistered.
Is she a Democrat?
No, she's not.
Okay,
She's an
well,
independent, and she was already
okay. Well,
notified
no, forget
that
it.
she's no longer registered. And I'll tell you why.
And what was the reason?
Okay, because she hyphenated her my name, her married name.
Okay.
So they told her for her to vote, she must bring a birth certificate and a second license and a second form of ID.
Good.
Okay,
That's the way it should be.
Correct. Her birth certificate and now her passport do not match.
All right. Well.
Okay. So right. So now this is what he's done. Trump needs to suppress the vote to win the midterms. Like he said, if it passes, a Democrat will not win for the next 50 years. That's what Trump had said. He needs to suppress the vote so certain people cannot vote so that he can win.
Okay.
And you don't have a problem with this because as long as he wins,
what
you're
I want,
okay. You want him to win.
No, what I want to make sure is that only U.S. citizens are voting. That's it.
My wife is a U.S. citizen. She's voted in every election, primary and such. And now she's notified that she's no longer registered.
Okay.
She
tell
needs
her
to
figure
prove
it out.
Oh,
She's a
figure it
grown-ass
out.
adult.
So you know what? I can afford to do that. I can now go pay the $185 to get a new passport, which takes can take anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks to obtain one. Yeah, I can afford to do that. But many Americans cannot, who live paycheck to paycheck, cannot. So you say figure it out.
Well, then they're not going to vote.
That's correct, and that's exactly what you and Trump wants.
If you can't get an ID, right? Because you don't have to show an ID and a passport. Okay.
No, you have to prove who you are. Prove who you are.
Correct. An ID,
just like Nazi Germany.
A driver's license does that. Wait, I'm so sorry. Why aren't you? I'm so sorry. Why aren't you calling Bank of America Nazi Germany? They make you show your ID.
We're talking about voting here.
Okay.
That's what are we not talking about voting and the Constitution?
Right.
That's what we're talking about?
Okay, so whenever Bank of America opens up a bank account for you, it's important to verify who you are, right?
We got that. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not proving that you're an American citizen. You're not at Bank of America, you're not proving that you're an American citizen.
No,
you're opening up in the finance. We're talking about fraud.
You are okay.
Why?
So
for America to be American citizen, is that what you're doing?
Okay. Is it okay for us as Americans to make sure that everybody that is voting is an American citizen and still alive? How about that? Let's start there.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that okay?
You're absolutely
then show
right.
your fucking ID.
You know what?
So
I will tell you. So I will tell you, as per the Constitution, what must happen. Every single American, must obtain with no cost a voter ID.
Okay, sounds good.
How about that?
Write a letter. Write a letter to Trump.
That every American, but that's not what Trump. Trump doesn't want that.
Yeah. We want grown-ass adults to be able
Trump
to say.
Trump doesn't want that.
No, what we want is if you're a grown-ass adult, you should be able to figure it out and go get your driver's license or go get a state ID or whatever you need to do. If you can't, honestly, you shouldn't be able to vote anyways. If you can't fucking figure it out, then suck it up. You'll have another 4 years until you can do it. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So would you be okay with the next Democrat president making some law or an executive decision, that says anybody who's registered as a Republican cannot vote? Would you be happy with that?
Do you see? Wait, that's a dumb question.
So just answer the questions. Yes or no? Yes or no?
VTO, do you see how dumb that sounds?
But what you said to me sounds dumb. Figure it out is not an answer.
Wait, Trump is not making a law saying Democrats can't vote. Are you saying only Democrats are poor and dumb?
Trump is making it a very difficult for women to vote. It's in Project 2025. He's making it very difficult for women to vote. He's making it very difficult for people who are financially strapped to get the proper documents to vote. He's making mail-in ballots illegal. He's already, that's part of his bill too. He wants that. Yeah, of course. Everything he wants is not to make it fair for the next person.
Just so you know, you're breaking up.
Trump is making it.
Go ahead.
So he wins. That's what he's doing. He will do whatever. He said it. I will be impeached if I lose.
Okay, who cares? They'll impeach him 20 times.
Of course you.
Okay,
of course you don't care.
Just relax.
You don't give
just
a
relax.
shit about anything.
Okay.
I am so relaxed.
Okay, just reality is, regardless of if this bill passes or not, Trump is still going to lose the House. He will still get impeached. And it is what it is. Who gives a fuck? Okay? This is mainly important to America, or important to me, for 2028 and going forward from that. I'm not worried about midterms. It's very predictable what happens, right? Democrats take the House. Republicans keep the Senate. Trump's still in the White House. It is what it is.
Do you think in the last election do you think that Trump won the 2020 election?
Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
I'm asking you. It's yes or no. You haven't answered one question. All you say is I don't give a fuck. Do you think Trump claimed that he won? Did he win? Yes or no?
Vito, let me tell you how it works, okay? I ask questions of dumbasses like you and let you embarrass yourself.
Dumbasses.
That's how it
Listen,
how
I'm
it
a lot
works.
more educated than you, friend. A lot more educated than you. I'm in a higher income bracket than you. So don't tell me, don't tell me that you're going to educate me or that I'm a dumbass.
Well, let me ask you.
There's no way that's true.
No problem. You're the smart one. I'm the dumb one. Can you tell me what? Okay, no problem. Can you tell me what 9 times 9 plus 29 is?
You want me to now math?
Yeah.
You want me? Is that what you're asking me?
Exactly. Right. You're the smart one. I'm the dumb one.
9 times 9.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here. You're the smart one. I'm the dumb one. And all I have to do is ask a dumbass like you a second grade math question and you stutter. Sums it up. Sums it up. Oh, do buddy. Never change, Democrats. Never change. All of you. All right. Whoa, that was loud. Mister, where are you from? All right, Mister is just trying to blow my eardrums out. Wait, somebody in the chat put rat Jew. I'm not even. Who's a rat Jew? Shim, where are you from, Shim?
Florida.
And what brings you up?
Just listening to the conversation.
Okay, and why are you? Wait, do you think you could hear it better as you're sitting up here? Why are you up here?
Well, because, some of the stuff you said was ridiculous, so I thought I'd chime in.
All right, what did I say that was?
And the whole thing about you not answering yes or no. I asked the questions.
Yeah,
I asked the questions. Just answer the question, dude. It was a yes or no. Who won the 2020 election? Was it fair? Did Trump lose? And, did he really lose? All you had to do was say yes or no. That guy you said was dumb, he asked you questions 2 times. Yes or no, and all you just said nothing. No.
Can I ask you a second grade math question?
Sure.
Okay, so let's keep it simple. Obviously, by your anger, you're Carmela Harris voter, I'm guessing?
Well, I wouldn't vote for the dumbass that's in the office now that just took us to a war.
Sure.
Now he's blaming it on everybody else.
I always find it...
He's an idiot.
I always chuckle inside when
he's an idiot.
When Democrats with $9.14 in their bank account come up here and call a billionaire an idiot. I always find that like hilarious, but we'll move on past that.
I guess you don't ever listen to him speak then, because he's an idiot, dude.
Okay, dude. All
he's
right.
just corrupt, but he's an idiot.
Corrupt. Hell yeah. So, but he's your president, right? How would America be better if Kamala Harris won?
Well, first off, the rest of the globe wouldn't hate us. They wouldn't disrespect us.
I said, how would America?
Nobody has
would be
respect
better?
for him because he's a flipping idiot. Because he's corrupt. Because they can see the writing on the wall. The guy that said that he wasn't gonna take us to war took us to war. The guy that said when he bombed Iran a couple of months ago, 6 months ago, whatever, we got all those nuclear facilities. We got them all.
But give me what I'm looking for is
now he's talking about, well, we got to get some of their nuclear stuff going. We got to get rid of it. He's a pathological liar, and you guys get into it all the time.
Politician lied.
He's a pathological
liar. Politicians lie, right? You
Not
can
as much as him.
Okay, sure.
Not as much
Trump
as
lies.
him.
Trump lies. No problem.
Just look at political fact when he was in office the first time. They had one guy that kept track of all the lies that he had when he was in office for 4 years.
How about this? How about you and I shake hands that Donald Trump is an asshole and he lies a lot? We agree on that. Okay, so we don't need to debate it. He's an asshole. He's not a great person, and he lies a lot. However, he is still the best man for the job.
No, he's not.
Okay, so tell me how America would be better if Harris was president.
Again, we wouldn't have all the chaos that we have. We wouldn't have the issue with ICE. And do not tell me that you think ICE is all on the up and up, because then you don't listen to any congressional hearings. You don't listen to the guy that used to work in the academy that was training them, that told all the stuff under oath about how he was told to teach the ICE agents to ignore the Fourth Amendment.
Gotcha. So what is ISIS?
So what you do is you're one of those kind of Republicans that don't listen to congressional hearings, that don't see Pam Bondi when she sits there and doesn't say a word because she got caught in a frickin' lie. That you don't see Patel sitting there looking like a frickin' idiot when they tell him all the lies that he has, and he doesn't have anything to say. You're the type.
Gotcha.
I can guarantee you never watch congressional hearings. I can guarantee you.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
I really didn't think so.
Well, that's usually they're on. I work the day shift at
I can
local
watch them
McDonald's.
without. I work 2 during the day. I can watch them afterwards.
Oh, that's amazing.
You can always view them.
What is ICE's job? Just in like one sentence, what is ICE's job?
ICE's job is to arrest and detain illegal immigrants.
Okay. Are you in favor of that? Are you in favor of any administration, from whether it's Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, whoever it is? Are you in favor of them removing illegal immigrants?
Yep.
Okay. So your problem is not with what they're doing; it's mainly how they're doing it. Maybe they're too aggressive.
No.
Okay.
My problem is the fact that they're supposed to grab illegal immigrants. You know as well as I do, they do not just grab illegal immigrants. They grab Americans. They grab people that are legally in the country that might not be citizens. That's not the same thing as an illegal immigrant.
I mean, that has happened for
That's
decades,
happened a
right?
bazillion times.
That happened under Barack Obama, where they
It didn't
went
happen
in.
like it does now. You can
Fair enough.
sugarcoat it, but
if
you
your
can say that about Obama.
hold on 1 second. So if your complaint is they have detained people that shouldn't have been detained, I think that's a fair criticism. But they're not deporting people that are here legally. Do you agree with that?
It's okay. So you're what
And
you're
you could
saying.
do
is,
you
what,
could
what,
do
what you're
your
saying,
awkward
wait, I want
laugh.
to get this right. What you're saying is the man that was here for 42 years, that was at the Fort Myers airport with his wife, who is a Trump supporter, and he's not an illegal immigrant. He's not a United States citizen, but he's not an illegal immigrant. He was detained at the airport.
Wait, you're either a
and he was
U.S. citizen or you're not.
and
I have
he
no
is
clue who you're
still
talking about.
He's still being detained since last August. So
Okay.
even if they don't deport them, they hold them sometimes
Okay.
forever.
Then that's fine. Write a letter to your congressman.
No,
It is what it
good
is.
answer. That was a good
Okay.
answer.
I
You
just
can't
I
admit
don't
that's
know.
wrong. You
I
can't admit
just
that's wrong.
I don't know this just by your
It's just-
statement Something is off there. You're saying he's not a U.S. citizen, but he's also
what
not
another thing
illegal.
is?
Go ahead.
The other thing is again with you don't watch congressional hearings. You should.
No. Don't deflect. Focus on the guy in Florida.
No. I'm not deflecting. I'm getting
Focus
ready.
on the guy in Florida.
I'm not deflecting.
Is he a U.S. citizen? Yes or no? Is the person you're talking about a U.S. citizen? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so what are you bitching about?
God, dude, you are an idiot.
Okay.
I put that in the comments. You are an absolute moron.
Okay, teach me.
No, you're a moron. You really are. Because we went from the conversation to, it was supposed to be illegal immigrants to, oh, well, he's not a U.S. citizen? Well, then I guess everybody that's not a U.S. citizen.
You brought him up. I have no clue who this person is.
Living here legally, they should all get the fuck out of our country because they're not citizens. They're not illegal, but they're not citizens. That's what you're saying, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'll be honest. I have no clue.
Write a letter to your congressman.
Crash out.
I live in Florida, dude. It's a Republican state, and it's governed by a fucking moron.
Yeah, fucking DeSantis owns you guys. He's running shit down there.
What he's doing is we have
Governor
the highest
DeSantis.
rent in the country for a state
Where
that's
does it
not
say
like
that?
New York or California.
Why don't you go to New York or California?
No. We can keep talking about. We can go back to what I said about you being a moron and how you think it's okay for anybody to get arrested and detained, even if they're not illegal. That's what you said.
But
right?
the person that you
said? Yes or no? Is that what you said? You did.
Okay, but the person you were talking. Okay, the person that you're talking about in Florida, is he a legal U.S. citizen or no?
Yes.
Oh,
he's not a U.S. citizen. He's not here illegally. They're not rounding up every person in this country that came into this country illegally.
Okay. So has
that's
Donald
what they're
Trump
supposed to do? But that's not what they're doing. And you're sitting here right now telling me, in your little matter-of-fact little voice, that's okay. Was he a U.S. citizen? No. Oh, well then, well, too bad. Too bad.
Right.
It's not Germany, dude. It's not Germany.
Okay.
It's not 1940.
Okay. Has Donald Trump deported any U.S. citizens? That I haven't heard of any, but maybe you have since you watch all the congressional hearings?
I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm sure he has.
Okay.
It's not the problem. It's not the problem whether or not. See, you can go back with that argument, but that's a stupid argument. Right. It's a terrible argument. Has he deported? That's a terrible argument. People shouldn't be getting detained and being detained for months and months and months, incurring all kinds of cost for a lawyer and all this shit because they're here legally and they got detained and arrested by ICE. That's not how this country was made. And if you think it is, then go to move in Germany and maybe you can hope for another little Schmittler guy to come up because that's exactly what it is.
So are you comparing ICE to Hitler?
No, I'm comparing Trump.
Oh, okay.
Well, you tell me. Well, he
tell me how.
Listen, the buck stops with him.
Sure.
Everybody knows it. The buck stops with him.
How is Trump like Hitler?
He's the first president that's ever had ICE be so radical. He's the first president that hired any Tom, Dick, and Jerry to be in ICE. So much so that they didn't even get the proper training. It got shortened. And again, a congressional hearing by a guy that was an instructor there that has since quit.
Can I confess something to you? They're working on getting a DHS office here in Pittsburgh. They're looking for office space.
Hey, how do you like your government?
I personally, I'm thinking about quitting my day job at McDonald's and submitting an application to be an ICE agent.
I knew you worked at McDonald's. It was obvious.
How so?
Well, because you sound like an idiot.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you're probably in your 30s or 40s, and so if you're working at McDonald's and your age, you are a moron.
Well, I just got a promotion.
Oh, okay.
Is that
go from fry cook to the French fries?
How'd you know?
I'm a genius.
Did you see my video?
I am a genius.
Yeah,
that's how.
But
at least in this conversation,
I just want to zero in on how America would be better under Kamala Harris. Right. The only thing I could think of is the butch lesbians throughout this country would not be out in the streets trying to stop ICE. You wouldn't be as unhinged on TikTok. But besides those two things, how would America be better under a President Harris?
Well, I'm going to say it again. First, we wouldn't be as much in chaos as we are. This country's so disruptive. Chaos is ridiculous. She wouldn't have done what he did with ICE.
Where is it chaotic? Where But you need to elaborate. Where is it chaotic? Right? This country is thriving.
How is this country thriving? The gas prices are going up because of what happened with the fucking Hamas Strait.
I'm so sorry.
Iran.
Okay, let me respond to the
The grocery prices are exactly the same.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay,
What's
so
better?
it's so crazy to me because dumb Democrats like yourself came up
Dude,
here
you are an idiot.
and told me that gas prices don't matter. And keep in mind, when Joe Biden was president.
No.
Hold
I
on one second.
I 100% agree with you. The president doesn't control gas prices, but you moron MAGA people or Republicans used to throw Biden under the bus. So since you guys did that, and we all said the president doesn't control gas prices, well, now we're going to throw it back in your freaking face.
But
in this case, he does control gas prices because he attacked Iran. So now he's going to have to try to do something with Dumas Strait.
Why is it that when Biden was president, there was 67 straight days where oil was selling at over $100 a barrel? We have come nowhere close to that now, regardless of the reason why it has spiked. Why weren't you bitching back then about Biden?
And what year would that have been?
That would have been 2022.
2022.
So were you bitching about Biden then?
Because the reason why I've never said anything about Trump and gas prices until recently because of what he did with Iran. So in that way, OPEC is the one that controls the gas prices. But in that way, he does has something to do with the gas prices because of what he did. And because of where the oil gets transferred to, that little strait there,
I get
that we don't that he's trying to think, but he's going to take over. Which good luck with that. Yeah. That's causing the prices of gas to go up.
Sure, but even with this spike, gas is still cheaper overall when Donald Trump is president versus that dementia patient that you were rooting for before Joe Biden.
Okay, yeah, dementia.
Okay,
Trump is so damn stupid.
So even that dementia. Right. Okay, but what the hell is your name? Shim. Shim, you have to understand is even the bitching and moaning, it does nothing for me because gas is still cheaper under Trump than Biden. So how does that make sense to you? Democrats are stupid. Yes, Matthew. Shim, where'd you go, Shim? You got 34 months and 5 days until Donald Trump is out of office. And I know your therapist is going to make good money. I know the liquor store around the corner, they're going to make their money. I don't know. Very, very entertaining nonetheless. Let's go with Crow. Crow, where are you from? Man?
Arkansas.
All right. And let's start off with, are you a Trump supporter, yes or no?
Oh, yeah, fully, all the way.
Okay. Did you support Trump and Bibi when they took out the Ayatollah in this war?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that he liberated the Iranian people.
Okay. Do you think they're liberated sitting here today?
Dude, I am not caught up on current events.
So why did you want to come up? Why did you want to come up? What did you want to chime in on?
Just with Shim, I know she's not there. I don't think it sounded like she walked away.
Well, even when she was not on Coffee Cup, I don't think she's all there regardless.
But Shim,
dude, you can't.
On the comment, hey Shim, on the comment of when he said dementia patient Biden, we do have to remember that the left voted in a man that shook hands with invisible people, couldn't remember which way to walk off stage, couldn't remember where the podium was, got lost in the White House yard, called his vice president Mrs. Trump, called Zelensky President Putin, could fall off a bicycle sitting still, could fall upstairs while going down them, and called the Easter Bunny the Oyster Bunny, and said that Americans deserve to get their food, whatever the fuck that is. And then he also put on a Trump hat. And you want to say that Trump has his issues. Y'all had a walking corpse on a stick.
Dude, we've got a 12-year-old in the office. You know how many times Trump, have you listened to any of his speeches? Have you listened to any of his speeches? Honest to God, have you listened to any of Trump's speeches? He sounds like a fucking idiot. He misspells words. He missays words all the time.
Biden never did.
He cannot say big words. And you're saying exactly what you said about Joe Biden is what Trump does right now. And I don't think Trump has dementia. In fact, I think Trump, for his age,
hold on one second, Shim. Hold on one second. Mojo, where are you from, Mojo?
The U.S.
Oh, okay.
That was awesome.
All right. And what brings you up, Mojo?
I don't know, because you seemed a little rational for some conservatives I've known.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about?
Although you're not from the U.S.?
I am in the U.S.
You are. But you're running through a VPN then, or what?
Yes, I'm running to a VPN. What does that mean?
Well, it just, I know that you're not running from an American server right now, because
I'm 1,000%. My phone, I don't use VPN.
None of the pictures are showing up, and that generally means you're not in the U.S.
Okay. All right.
I was just truly wondering. So you are in the U.S. right now, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's what you came up for?
No.
Maybe you should work for the FBI. Maybe you could work on the Nancy Guthrie case.
Wait, I told you why I came up. Because he seemed like a rational conservative, which is pretty rare.
Wait, why is that stupid? He came up.
You can work on the Nancy Guthrie case.
What?
Oh.
Wait, this man came up here. He said that I'm on a server, which I have not used.
Yeah, what does it have to do with you making that comment about Nancy Guthrie?
Well, maybe the FBI could use somebody like him, no?
Yeah, okay. You were being a smart ass about Nancy Guthrie, and you know it.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
Crow, I'll bring you back up. Crow. So, Mojo, what else do you have, sir? What was the point of you coming up?
Well, I told you that was the first thing I said, was because you seem like a rational conservative, and they're pretty few and far in between.
Are you? Did you vote for that dumpster fire Carmela Harris like this numbnut shim?
I'm not.
That's the guy that voted for Trump, who's a fucking disaster area.
I'm not sure who Carmela is, but I did vote for Harris.
Okay. Why? Let's go back to October of 2024. We're weeks away from the 2024 presidential election. What was your elevator pitch on why Harris would be better for America?
She'd be better for the economy than Donald Trump could ever hope to be.
How?
Well, her housing plan, first of all. But I'm also going to tell you that I am a vote blue no matter who type of person, because
of course you're a political hack, just like this numbnut shim above you. You're a political hack.
He's just being bitter because I destroyed him in the immigrant ICE thing. He had all stupid answers. IQ of a zipper.
Oh, not the zipper. All right, Mojo, go ahead.
I vote blue no matter who, because we need demand side economics instead of supply side economics, and that's always going to be Democrats that implement that.
So why is it that the stock market is better under Trump? I feel. Okay, go ahead.
The stock market always goes up.
Oh, well, to be fair, it's down recently, right? Because of the war. Whenever Trump was president the first term, it did go down because of COVID. So that factually, that's not true.
There are cycles. There are cycles where it goes up and down. Sure, it's gonna fluctuate, but overall, over any period of time, it's gonna go up.
So what I look forward to is we're gonna go through midterms. I think Democrats take the House, Republicans keep the Senate, and everybody's attention is gonna turn to 2028. And here's the problem for your party, Mr. I vote blue no matter who, is you have spent the last decade saying orange man bad, right? That was very easy for the Democrats. No matter what Trump does, you bash it. Now Trump is done. So now you guys are going to have to figure out how to communicate to the American people that your policies are better. And to me, that makes your job, not you personally, but the Democratic Party, much more difficult.
That's
Why?
where we win, because our policies are always better.
Really? Let's just really think about this, okay? If somebody came up to you 10 years ago and said that there's going to be a man running for president, he was impeached twice, he was found liable for sexual assault, he incited an insurrection, you guys said, he had 34 felonies convicted, and that person said that person is going to win the presidential election, you would laugh in their face. So think about it. Your policies are so good that your party lost to the most flawed candidate ever in history anywhere in the world. So how good are they?
I had absolutely no idea that there were so many stupid people in the United States of America that had the capability of voting.
That's it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Trump shoots someone on Fifth Avenue, like you said. You morons would vote for him. That's how he won the election.
Well, let's dive into that.
They didn't. We don't care.
Make it make sense for me. The Republicans, the MAGA voters are dumb. Why is it that your party was not smart enough to was not good enough to outsmart them? If they're so dumb and your policies are so great, why was it that you, the smart people, couldn't convince them otherwise? Why is that?
Because we have. Go ahead, Mojo.
Stupid people can't understand policy.
That's
gotcha.
That's what.
And let's just.
They don't vote for Trump for policies. If you haven't figured that out yet, you are still as dumb as I said.
So whenever.
Right now,
whenever Americans went to the ballot box and their number one issue was the economy and number two issue was the border, is the border more secure now? Yes or no? Under Donald Trump?
Yeah.
I would say
it is.
Okay, Mojo?
I would say that it is, but only because he has the National Guard on it.
Okay.
That can't last forever.
Okay, so why didn't Biden do that?
Because I would say it's unconstitutional. Honestly.
Absolutely. But
wait. Stop. How is it unconstitutional?
Posse comitatus.
Okay, elaborate. Go ahead. Explain.
That means that the U.S. military cannot be used to police inside the United States of America.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So let's go down that road more. Whenever Trump, and this is why the Democrats are going to keep losing, right? Republicans will control the White House for the rest of our lives. Okay, for at least the next 4 decades, they will be in control of the White House. Obviously, I know you guys are probably salty about it, but we have a supermajority in the Supreme Court. So regardless, Republicans will run this country for decades to come. So whenever Donald Trump said, I want to put the National Guard in blank city, whether it's DC, New Orleans, whatever, were you in favor of that? Yes or no?
Well, as far as the supermajority in the Supreme Court goes, that's pretty interesting considering Coney Barrett has ruled on the side of Democrats often. So has Kavanaugh. So I would say no, and I would say that.
And they're getting that's because they're getting sick of Trump's bullshit.
I'm so sorry. Name 5 cases where the Republican side has lost. Okay, you could name 1 or 2. Sure.
I could name. I mean, if you want me to look it up, I could name the 60 that they've lost on immigration alone.
From the Supreme Court or lower courts?
From the Supreme Court.
There's been 60 cases in front of the Supreme Court about immigration? Yeah, I did not know that.
Not on merits alone, but also on TROs.
Right. Okay. I'm not worried about that.
Because the Supreme Court does. Well, you have to worry about that because these are also rulings.
Okay. So does Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh side with Trump more or less?
I would say that they're more in the middle, probably even more in the middle than John Roberts. But you're also going to lose Clarence Thomas. You're also going to lose Alito.
Okay.
Those two are going to retire in the next term. And when
No,
they
the hope
retire,
is no. We're not going to pull. We're not going to pull a Democrat. We're not going to pull an Obama. Those two need to retire as soon as possible, so we could put some young
What do you-
people in
yeah,
there.
I
What do
understand.
you
You have
mean
to
pull
do
an
that. I
Obama?
understand. You have to do that before the midterms, but he's not going to do that. Trump's not going to do that. He's not going to force
What
it.
What did you
No,
mean
no,
when you
no.
said pull an Obama?
Obama tried to pressure. What's her name? Who was the lady that was your hero that was like 173 years
RBG.
old? Yeah,
RBG.
RBG. Obama tried to pressure RBG to retire, and she did not. And then what happened was that led to Trump getting another appointment.
What?
So,
Why,
go ahead.
what are you talking about?
Okay.
He didn't do that. What he tried to do was put Merrick
Okay.
Garland in there, but the numbnuts Republicans that
Exactly.
controlled didn't let him go in because they said
Exactly.
that he was a lame duck president. But they did it for
McConnell
Trump,
said,
though. Let's
yes,
notate that.
correct.
They did it for
Mitch
Trump.
McConnell said, "Shut the fuck up, Obama. We're not
Yep,
going to
and then
take
they
a
went
vote
ahead and
on
did
it."
it for Trump.
Fuck yeah. So exactly. So when I said Trump assigned the
Hypocrisy.
next one, your response was, "What do you mean?" And then you go and talk yourself into exactly what I said. So kudos for that, and I appreciate that. So whenever we talk about the National Guard going into cities, are you for that or against that?
I'm absolutely against it. These
Of
are
course.
rulings. These are rulings also that Donald Trump.
I'm not worried about rulings. What I'm worried about is your mindset. So if you're a mayor of a city, right? And let's face it, all the cities with major gun problems, most of them are run by your party, not mine. They're all Democrats. So if you're a mayor of a city and the sitting president is saying to you, I have a solution where we could cut down on violent crimes, why would you reject it? Answer that, please.
Do cities have gun laws?
They do?
No, they don't.
Okay, go ahead.
All gun laws are passed at the state level.
Okay, okay, fair enough. So once again, why would you turn it down? That's the question.
Why would I? Because of posse comitatus. What the fuck?
Okay, so did you use that argument when Kathy Hochul used the National Guard in the subway system in New York City?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. So you guys are typical Trump haters, right? You guys bitch and moan, but you're clueless on a lot of shit. Right? And just imagine hold on one second.
I don't care about the things.
Mojo.
I don't care about the
Hold
things.
on,
I don't
Mojo.
care about the things.
Mojo.
I don't
Mojo.
care about the things
Mojo.
that you care about.
Mojo. Hold on so whenever Trump says, I want to send in the National Guard to cut down on violent crimes, gun violence, people dying, are you not aligned with that?
No.
Really?
I am not.
No.
It's unconstitutional.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, do you give a shit about the Constitution?
Fuck yeah.
Because your boy doesn't follow it at all.
Fuck yeah. So
wait, what kind of dog is snoring next to you right now?
A French bulldog.
Okay, we're not here for talk
but it's
about
cute.
dogs. I know, of
Yeah.
course, it's adorable. No, I just enjoy talking to two dumbass Harris voters, and I appreciate people like you once again. To me, it just does not make sense. Where if you're a mayor of a city and you have a solution in your pocket, why not use it? And that's why Democrats will continue to lose, right? Because to everyday Americans, less people dying is a good thing, right? Whenever last calendar year, 2025, murders are down 20% throughout the country, that's a good thing, right?
Mayors of cities can't call in the National Guard.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you answer my question? Murders were down 20%.
Well,
Is that a
You
good
think
thing?
Mojo's
Wrong.
stupid. Mojo has destroyed you with so many things, and you're such a moron.
Of course.
You can't
Of
even pick
course.
it up.
Sure. So, can you just answer me directly? Is murders being down?
Unconstitutional.
Wait, how is it? Wait, what? Okay, Mojo.
The National Guard is unconstitutional, so no one's
No,
going
I'm
to say
not.
yes.
I'm moving past that. I'm not. What? Keep up. Okay, so just very simple question: is murders were down 20% year over year? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say it's generally a good thing.
Of course. So, can you name a couple things that Donald Trump has done to help with that number?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. So, deporting legal immigrants, did that help or hurt with the number?
Illegal immigrants are less likely to commit crimes than American citizens.
Sure, statistically that's true. But this argument that we should allow illegal immigrants because Americans commit violent crimes more, that's the dumbest argument ever. But did that help or hurt the crime numbers for 2025?
I don't think illegal immigrants should exist. I think everybody should be allowed in legally.
So why do you lock your door at night?
My door is not the United States of America, and I don't lock
I
my
got you.
door every night.
Okay. So why aren't you housing illegal immigrants?
I am.
You are. You have illegal immigrants there.
Yeah, I got.
I'll be honest. You sound like a fucking weirdo.
Okay. Pot kettle.
Wait, I'm sorry?
Let me ask you a question, genius. Why do you back a president that's been twice impeached, that has been sued by 22 women for SA, has 34 felony counts, stole documents, and don't compare it to Biden because that'll show me the ignorance of you at the lowest level.
Get it out.
And I'm getting it out. And is all over the Epstein files, and don't say that he has nothing to do with Epstein, because then again you're solidifying your
Right.
stupidity. Why on paper, based on everything he's done, based on all the other countries that think that he's a moron, based on more than half this country thinks he's awful, especially now that he took us into a war when he said he wasn't going to do it. Why in the hell do you think that a Democrat like Pete Buttigieg, for instance, or Gavin Newsom, or your guy, your governor, why do you think that some Republican's going to come in the United States is going to go, yeah, let's go with that party because they back that moron Trump with everything? Yeah, I just asked you.
What is the question? Why do I support Donald Trump?
No, well, that in itself is a question, but I already know why you do, because you're a moron.
Okay.
Why do you think that the Republicans are going to keep being in office for their presidency when after the shit that he's done that so many people in the United States hate Republicans?
Why will Republicans continue to rule this country? Let's start off with a fact, right? You could say Donald Trump is unpopular. Fair. No problem. Not going to fight you. You know who's more unpopular than Donald Trump? The Democrats. The Democrats are more unpopular than Donald Trump. Then, when you look at the last, let's say, 5 to 10 years, I'm sorry, show me a poll where the Democratic Party. Google.
You mean to say
Go ahead.
mean to say that Congress? You mean to say that Congress is less popular than the executive?
Correct. And who's responsible?
Democrats and Republicans exist in that fold.
Okay, very good. So then, whenever we look at the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, look at all the dumb shit that the Democrats have defended, right? Let's start off with men playing in women's sports, right? Dumb as
It's always
fuck.
about trans. It's always about trans
So
people.
then we can move past
that's
that.
their deflect.
Hold on one second. Then you guys have been defending illegal immigrants staying in this country when most Americans are against that. There's no way around it, and that's a big reason why Donald Trump won. Then whenever you talk about what's going on currently, most Americans support the SAVE Act, where if you go and vote, you have to show ID. But for some reason, you dumbass Democrats are against that. How does that make sense?
I'll tell you how.
Okay.
One of the things about that the Democrats don't like is because they want to go off your birth certificate. So they want to make women jump through freaking hoops that took their husband's last name because it's not the name that's on the driver's license, doesn't match their name on the birth certificate. Why in the hell is that law even in place? It's a stupid law. All it is to impede women from voting. All it is to help the Republicans win the next election and the midterms.
That's where you're wrong. Well, first of all, they're not going to win the midterms, right? You guys will take back the House. we'll keep the Senate and the White House, and we move on to 2028. I'm more
This is
worried
what I'm
about
talking
it.
about with you,
Okay,
dude.
go ahead.
It's the
All right,
it's
dude.
the it's when I say winning the midterms for Trump, it's not just Congress.
Okay.
Because he's afraid he's getting impeached, and if you don't, and I hope to God you know that impeached doesn't mean that he's kicked out of office, because a lot of idiotic
But
Republicans
the
think
House
that that's
is
what
the
it
one
is.
that would impeach him. That's the only.
Yes, exactly. But
Okay,
if
so
the Senate
Okay.
is not controlled by the Democrats,
Uh-huh.
then he won't get kicked out of office.
Correct.
So what he's afraid of is that we're going to take the House and the Senate.
But that. Okay. There's no. The map does not favor you guys for the Senate.
But that's
think
what
most-
he's afraid of.
I
Okay,
think
go
most
ahead.
polling is showing you that you're wrong about that. Most polling nowadays, right now, is showing that
Okay.
you're wrong about that. We'll see where
All
we're
right.
at actually in
All right.
November, but
And how? Show me a map where. How many votes do you need to convict in the Senate for impeachment?
I think
generally just 51, but I don't know.
Incorrect.
No, I think it's
Incorrect.
like 60, 65 or something like
Okay,
that.
so so show me a map where you guys get 66 Democratic senators this year.
Are you saying that saying that Republicans won't vote to remove him from office?
Tell me right now who resembles Mitt Romney in the Senate.
They don't have to resemble Mitt Romney, but
Okay.
the senator from Alaska, the senator from New York, both of those women
Senator from New
vote.
York is a Republican? Who?
There is a senator from New York who's a Republican, right?
Who?
I gotta think of dude, it's fucking early for me, sorry.
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to think of the fucking names that I'm thinking of right now, but I can't think of that either. But there are definitely Republicans that do not like Trump as well.
Okay, so find me, let's just say it's 50-50 down the middle, which I don't think it will be.
Susan Collins.
Okay, that she's not in New York, but that's fine.
He's in Maine.
Okay, very good. So let's show me 16 Republican senators that would vote for Trump to be impeached, even if he did the worst thing possible.
You say 16 because you're looking at the split right now. I'm saying that we are going to gain seats in the Senate.
Okay, how many?
Saying that there's a pretty good possibility that we'll take control of the Senate as well.
Okay.
And that's what he's afraid of.
Who's afraid of it? Donald Trump?
Absolutely. A lot of the stuff that he's doing is because of the midterms. He said, I mean, you can't deny that he said it a million times.
Sure.
To the Republicans, we got to win this. We got to win this, because if we don't win the midterms, then I'm going to get impeached. Because he's right.
But him being impeached, I mean, in all seriousness, who gives a fuck, right?
Well,
he's not going to get removed from office.
He will if we get enough votes. If we control Senate with enough, he would get impeached.
Okay, but it's not going to happen.
And kicked out. I shouldn't say impeached.
And the summary once again is very simple. Democrats take the House, Republicans hold on to the Senate. You guys impeached Trump about 43 times, and it is what it is. No big deal. Okay, we move on. We move on to 2020.
The big deal about the midterms is that the House controls the purse, so they can put a kibosh on anything that Donald Trump wants to do.
Sure. Let's face it. They're not passing many bills now, even with Republicans controlling all three branches. So what are we missing out on? Not much.
I'm saying that they will be able to pass bills.
They'll be able to.
Sure.
Okay.
Stop what Donald Trump is doing.
But they're not. The point is, they're not passing. Go ahead.
I understand, but they can also tie up the administration in congressional investigations too.
Sure. And you guys will have fun doing that, I'm sure. But that does nothing for the American people.
Yeah, it does. It stops Donald Trump
from
doing all the stupid shit that he's doing right now.
All right, so
he doesn't think he's doing anything stupid.
Sure. So you guys are criticizing Trump for the war. If the Democrats controlled the House, would that stop the war?
No, you know why? Because he didn't go to the Congress like he's supposed to. He just did it on his own willy-nilly.
Okay, so no. Okay, so you guys are bitching and moaning about ICE.
They were bitching and moaning because the guy doesn't follow the Constitution.
Right, no problem. So you guys are bitching and moaning about ICE. Not really. You guys are bitching and moaning about ICE. Would if the House was controlled by Democrats, would the Democrats stop that? No.
Stop what?
No.
ICE?
Okay. So so the Democrats being in charge of the House, what would they really have an impact on?
The Democrats could absolutely stop ICE.
Okay, how?
Through congressional investigations. By
Shim, do me a favor. Shim, do me a favor. Mute when you're not talking, so we don't have to hear the dog snoring. I beg you. Okay, so they're doing that right now. How? Go ahead.
Who are you asking?
Shim said they're doing that right now. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but I'm intrigued to hear her answer.
You just told me to mute it.
No, I said when you're not talking. That's what I said.
I said they're doing that now. Do you remember when we had the conversation earlier when Mojo wasn't here, when I was telling you about how they were the congressional hearings going on about ICE, and one of the previous ICE agents, or he was a teacher at the academy where the new ICE agents were being taught, and he was telling how they dramatically shortened their training, how they were told.
But ICE is still out there every day.
How they were told to ignore the Fourth Amendment. And that's when he quit, because he said he got sick of having to try to train them to just ignore the Fourth Amendment. You don't need
it doesn't matter if you
don't have a warrant.
What I'm looking for is, how are Democrats controlling the House going to stop the things you were whining and bitching about? And it's not going to. But if you guys... No, that's what we were talking about.
You asked about congressional hearings, and I was reminding you that there are congressional hearings going on about ICE, about the Epstein files, about all kinds of crap. You just don't pay attention to it.
Okay, fair enough. So do you agree with me that when the Democrats take back the House, the most that you will do is impeach Trump a few times, or maybe a dozen times, who knows? But you guys aren't going to stop the whatever else is going on. You agree with that?
I don't.
Okay. So how do you stop ICE?
I already told you, congressional investigations. You take the leader of ICE and you put them through investigations. You make sure that they can't do what they're doing.
But the leader of ICE, Tom Homan, is not out there arresting.
You pass legislation on a regular basis.
What's that going to do?
You pass legislation on a regular basis to make sure that funding can't go through.
And what is that going to do? You guys
going to make sure that they can't get funding. It's going to make sure that ICE can't get funding, and
it'll already be funded through the rest of the term. What are you talking about?
It's not. It's not even funded right now. What are you talking about?
Well, Trump will figure it out, and that's what you guys.
I'm sure Trump will figure it out. He hasn't figured it out yet. What makes you think he's going to figure it out before the fucking budget is due?
What hasn't he figured out?
He hasn't figured out how to fund ICE. HHS is not being, DHS is not being funded right now.
Okay, well, ICE is still working. They're still getting these illegals the fuck out of the country. Get them the fuck out, Mojo. Okay?
I say we let them all be legal.
Guess what, Mojo? That's never going to happen.
Guess what?
No, you don't just mean the illegals. You said it to me earlier.
Hell yeah.
If they're immigrants and they're not here legally, you said they should go too.
Yes, if they're not in the country legally, they need to get out.
You said to me, you asked me if the guy was a U.S. citizen, and I said no, he wasn't, but he was here legally. And you're like, well, you know what? He should get deported.
All right, very good.
Yeah, very good.
I think we should deport all Republicans.
Yeah,
of course.
Especially the MAGA ones, because they're dumb as a bag of rocks.
Hell yeah. But why is it that you guys couldn't outsmart the dumb people? I still don't get that. MAGA is dumb. Why is it that your party couldn't outsmart the dumb people?
I can tell you.
Go ahead.
Tell you, because nobody actually believed that any American citizen would buy into the notion of a fake news media, and everybody was wrong about that.
Gotcha. So 77 million people voted for Donald Trump. And can you take me back to that night? Whenever you realized Trump was going to be your president again, what was your reaction?
Sleep.
You went to sleep? Yeah.
I was horrified.
All right. And why were you horrified? Go ahead.
Well, because as I mentioned to you before, and Mojo will probably back me up on this, Trump he's stupid.
Right. Okay.
I mean, he is literally a stupid person, and yet he's walking around with a freaking nuclear football. That freaks me out alone, because he's impulsive, he's reckless, and again, he's dumb. I mean, he is literally dumb.
Once again,
and by the way, as a footnote to you, I hated Trump before he was even in politics. I thought he was an asshole. I knew how he treated
But
people.
he's your president. He's your president.
What's your point? Is there a point to that? Is there a point to that?
My point is, dumbasses like you with
No.
$11 and 12 cents
dude.
in their bank account.
You told me you work at McDonald's.
Saying billionaire is
Dude,
a
I'm a
dumbass.
financial advisor. Don't you give me that crap. I can guarantee you I make way more
You're a
money than you do.
financial advisor? For who?
Yeah. Raymond James.
All right. And what do you do?
I help people manage their money.
Oh, fuck yeah. So
no, let's go back to you.
There's
we're
no
dumbasses
chance that is.
we're dumbasses. You call us dumbass Democrats, but you voted for Trump.
You were caught flat-footed there.
You voted for Trump.
How was I flat-footed?
You didn't have any response to her at all. That's funny.
Well, I have no way of proving that she's lying, but my guess is.
Then why would you ask the question? Then why would you ask the question in the first place?
He didn't. What he said was, "I make $11 an hour" because he thinks I'm stupid. But
that's not what I said.
He is
not
an
what
idiot
I said
because he voted for Trump.
That's not what I said.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
What made you think? And so far, Trump has done shit for this country, but put us in a complete
Is the border more secure?
And chaos.
Is the border more secure? Yes or no?
You know you've already asked this, right? Like more than once.
Wait, hold on 1 second, Mojo. Don't play Captain Save a Ho. Shim, is the border more secure? Yes or no?
Do you want me to repeat myself?
Just yes or no.
Do you want me to repeat myself when you asked me this an hour ago?
Can you answer yes or no?
Do you have a short-term memory problem?
Is the border more secure?
Have a short-term
yes or
memory
no?
problem?
Yes or no?
Yes. Is the country in chaos right now? Yes or no?
Where is it in chaos?
Is the country in chaos right now?
Where?
Yes or no?
Where is the chaos?
Dude, are you kidding me?
Okay. Tell me
There's
where.
ICE issues all over the place.
Oh, my friend Mojo said they're not even working.
We're in a war that we don't want to. We've got a president that said he wouldn't take us into a war. He took us into a war. The first fucking day they bombed a school that killed 80 children. So don't give me that crap.
But where's the chaos here in America? That's what I'm looking for.
That's part of the chaos. I don't necessarily mean it all has to be on the land of.
I got you. So it's chaos over there. Okay, fair enough. So America as a country, we're thriving.
We're not thriving.
Okay. Tell me how.
How do you think we're thriving?
Tell me how we're not.
How is it that much? How, except for the grocery prices are basically the same. How much?
Okay.
What's so much better about it? And don't say the stock market because Biden had great stock market numbers, and don't tell me he didn't because I do it for a living. So don't tell me that and Trump has too. I'm not saying he doesn't, but you make it seem like, well, I mean, the stock market's just doing great, and it's way better than Biden. Not true.
Well,
it's not true.
Technically, the numbers under Trump are better, but
if they are, they're marginally better. And I'm not
really,
saying. And I just said to you that they're not bad under Trump. I didn't say they were bad under Trump.
Okay, no problem.
I can see what they're doing. I have to look at it every day.
Okay. So, do you think inflation overall is better now than it was under Biden?
No.
Really? What numbers are you seeing that I'm not?
Well,
wait, hold
yeah,
on.
you could sigh.
In October 2024, the inflation rate was 2.4%, which is what it is right now. Which was what it was in October.
But if you look up, all right, so it's not worse. I'm not even going to fact check it. Let's just say it's not worse. Okay. So what else? What else are you guys whining and bitching about?
Well, I will also say that they revised the way that they actually counted the inflation numbers too. They changed the basket of goods that they had on.
Mute Shim, please. Okay, so let's talk about GDP. Has GDP been good?
No, as a matter of fact, quarter four 2025, it was 6.5% or 0.65% increase. 0.65%.
Okay. I just want to take you back to April whenever Liberation Day happened. Stock market did crash that week, but you Democrats said all over the media and all over social media that these tariffs are going to put us in a recession. Did it?
No, because he tacoed on all of them.
They what?
He tacoed on all of them.
Okay, fair enough. So what did if that's the case, what did the Supreme Court rule on? If he didn't follow through,
is it IEPA, the IEPA tariffs that they said were
Okay.
unconstitutional, which
All
would be
right.
the
So
10%, which would be the 10% baseline tariff that he put in place, and that's where the money that you're talking about came from. But that's no longer constitutional, and now this government has to pay it back, which means our taxpayers have to pay it back.
how's that work?
How's what work?
How do we pay it back as a who pays it back? We do. So
Yeah,
that's
what I
what you
said, our
said.
taxpayers.
No, I
Yeah.
understand. And how does that work?
What do you mean, how does that work?
How are we going to quote unquote pay it back?
Well, the government has to pay for it, and the government is funded by the taxpayers.
Hmm. So I just want to focus on the GDP for a second. Sorry.
I'm sure you want to run away
Sorry.
from anything you
No.
grasp on.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. We'll focus on what you want to focus on. What am I running away from?
Well, you're running away from the Supreme Court ruling that you just admitted happened, and then the fact that we as taxpayers now have to pay for Donald Trump's fuck up, which is also going to increase the cost of our living in every fucking aspect of the United States.
Yes, but okay, no problem. So give me something that is higher today than what it was under Biden. Give me anything.
Coffee.
Okay, so give me a report. How much higher is coffee?
Look it up. But I can tell you it's higher specifically because of the tariffs.
Okay, so go ahead. Elaborate on how it's higher. I don't know the stats on coffee, to be honest, so teach me.
We only have one state that produces coffee in the United States of America. So when he put a 10% tariff on the world, it started costing us more money to get coffee from everywhere else. So anything but Hawaiian coffee went up in price, which also means that Hawaiian coffee went up in price too. Because
give me numbers. Give me numbers.
Well, I don't know the exact
It's significantly higher.
Okay,
I'll look up the numbers.
Okay, yeah, look up the numbers. Okay, so give me another industry or product that things are higher under Donald Trump than they were under that dementia patient, Joe Biden.
I would say steel because we don't make American steel anymore.
Okay, so can you give me numbers to back that up?
I don't have numbers in front of me, dude.
Okay.
It's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning where I'm at.
Okay. So do you want to come back whenever you could give me some numbers so we could talk about them? Because
you can come to my panel and talk to me if you want, but
you have a better
They've increased
chance.
over 20% since last year.
You have a better chance of seeing Santa Claus.
Well, I just told you. 20%
Shim, hold on
in
one second.
1 year.
What I want, okay, sure enough. What I want you to focus on is comparing the prices to Donald Trump being president versus Joe Biden. So last year, Donald Trump was president. What I'm looking for is numbers where it's comparing Trump versus Biden. That's what I'm looking for, not Trump versus Trump.
Why wouldn't you look at Trump? Why wouldn't you look at 2025 compared to 2026?
Well, let me give you
tariffs went in place halfway through the year.
Let me give you an example. Dumb Democrats right now are bitching. Shim, where'd you go, baby? Mojo, dumb Democrats.
Gross. Why are you so misogynistic?
So Mojo,
you hate women? You do really hate women?
Mojo, listen to me. Dumb Democrats right now are sitting there bitching and whining about gas prices right now, right? And they have spiked because of the war, but they were still much higher, even now, using today's gas prices under Joe Biden. And that's how dumb you guys are, right? Joe Biden had 67 straight days where a barrel of oil. Hold on one second.
Now you just want to start talking about gas? What's wrong with you, dude?
Mojo. We're talking about prices under Trump versus Biden, right?
Gas prices are, like she said earlier, not controlled by the president, largely speaking.
Okay, so but then why are you guys bitching about Trump raising the gas prices?
I didn't bitch about Trump raising the gas prices. His policies are raising the gas prices. When you shut down the Strait of
Hormuz,
the president, obviously gas price. When you shut down the Strait of Hormuz,
hold on
when
one
you
second.
shut down, let me finish my statement.
Listen to you, unhinged fucking nut job. Listen to you.
Why can't I finish my statement?
Because I want to talk. It's my life, right? So when I want to talk, I'll talk. Just explain to me how Democrats are bitching and moaning about gas prices when even with this spike, it's cheaper under Trump than Biden. Make it make sense.
I don't know. Go ask all the Democrats you've talked to and gotten that figure from.
I got you. So can you give me any other items that are higher now? Okay, go ahead.
I want to go ahead and compare coffee prices since I did take the time to look it up. The coffee
Sure, go
prices
ahead.
in 2024 were an average of $6.32 a pound. Coffee prices today are $9.46 per pound.
All right. So why is that? Is that because of the tariffs? I have no clue what they
It
are.
was because of the it was absolutely because of the tariff.
I got you. So let's say coffee is higher under Trump. Not even going to fact check you. No problem. Let's say that is factually true. You have so many other things that are better under Trump. Gas prices, mortgage rates.
Presidents don't control gas prices.
Okay.
Mortgage rates.
Stock market.
Are set. Rates
Okay,
are
go ahead.
set. Rates are
Okay.
set by the Fed, not Donald Trump.
Okay. Okay.
They are.
Can I just ask you very bluntly? Can you tell me one thing Trump is doing? One area where he's doing something right?
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that he's buying up U.S. corporations since I'm a socialist.
Trump is doing that?
Yeah, he bought 10% of NVIDIA and 15% of Intel or some shit like that. I like that.
Is there anything else?
No, not really.
No. All right. So what's your plan for the next 34 months and 5 days as Trump is going to remain your president?
If he does remain the president, I would say Democrats just stop everything they possibly can that he's trying to do.
How are they going to do that?
Again, I've told you this already, right? Through
But the
congressional
Democrat
investigations.
but that doesn't stop. That doesn't stop a president. That
But it
doesn't
does.
stop.
But it
I
does.
can assure you, it does not.
But it does because it leads to
Leads to what?
indictments. It leads to
Gotcha.
indictments that the
So
DOJ is going to be tied up in, which means that Donald Trump can't do shit with the executive branch because his fucking DOJ is going to be taken control of. It's going to stop ICE from
you're a
doing what it's
fucking
doing
idiot.
because
You fucking hear me?
that's
You're a
that's
fucking
fucking
idiot.
hilarious. That's
All
fucking
right, and
hilarious
let me
because
explain why.
I am
Hold on one second.
absolutely
Hold on. Shut
10
your
times
bitch ass
smarter
up.
than you are. I
Shut
am
your
10
bitch
times
ass
smarter
up.
than
You
you are,
fucking hear me?
son.
You unhinged Democrat.
Son,
Uh,
I'm 10 times
so
smarter than you.
there's nothing the Democrats can do. They could subpoena Tom Homan, right? But that doesn't stop ICE from going around this
They
country
can stop
and
all the funding from ICE too.
throwing all these illegal immigrants that you're
They can
defending
stop
into
all
the
funding.
back of a fucking van. That's what they're doing. You fucking hear
They
me?
can they can
Okay,
stop
everybody
all
that's here
funding.
illegally, Tom Homan is instructing his boys to go out there and throw them in the back of a fucking van as people like you sit there and whine and bitch. All right? And I'm here for it. I
Can you tell
love
me
it.
why ICE? Can you tell me why ICE isn't in Minnesota or Chicago or
Why was I?
Washington or California anymore or New York? Can you tell me
Where's
why?
ICE right now?
I don't know. They're sitting on their fucking hands in some
Do
office
you
because
really
they have
think
no
that?
funding.
Do you really
Because
think
they have no
that?
funding. They have no
Do you really
funding.
think that?
Yes, I do think that. They have no
Oh,
funding.
okay. Then why was somebody up here earlier complaining about had
I
an
don't know.
ICE
Talk to
complaint from
them.
last
That
week?
wasn't me.
Go ahead. Why are you
Ask
so
them. I don't fucking know.
hell yeah? Can I ask you why
Hell
are you
yeah. Hell
are you
yeah.
angry that Trump is your president?
No.
Or are you an angry person like in general?
I'm not angry in general either.
Really?
Really.
All right. Final word to you, and then I'm going to move on to somebody else.
Of course you are. You can't handle me, kid.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Final word to you.
You can't. I don't need to say anything to you. You've already proven how stupid you are.
Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
What is 9 times 9 plus 19?
That would be 100.
Very good. Oh, look at Scarlett in the chat. Most Democrats, and I'll give you credit, you got the answer right. Most Democrats don't know second grade math.
It's always most. Why do you say this
It's
stupid
most.
shit? You don't know.
What?
You haven't.
I'm
I'm
telling
sorry.
you, Mojo. I'm telling you.
because you sit up in your panel here and you.
I don't ask the
you sit up-
Republicans that question. Yeah, go ahead.
You sit up on your panel. You sit up on your panel here and kick any Democrat that is smarter than you, and it happens to be like 90% of them.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
You sit up here on your panel and you kick any Democrat that's smarter than you, and that happens to be 90%.
No, it's
of
no.
them.
It's not that they're more smart. I just find you incredibly boring.
I am absolutely more intelligent than you are, and I can
sure.
talk
You're
about.
a smart guy.
I can
Sure.
talk about
Mojo,
everything
Mojo.
you want to talk about
Mojo,
at a
it's
higher
not,
level than you can.
Mojo, it's not that, sir. What it is, I find you boring.
Of course, because I kick
Okay.
your ass on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
And
Okay,
that's
so
why you would never come to my panel, because you know you're going to get
Yeah.
your ass kicked.
There's
But
no chance.
just so you know, I know you're
would
streaming
never,
on YouTube, but I'm
ever,
streaming
ever-
on YouTube too.
I would never, ever appear on your panel. I don't go to
know.
many, to be fair. So
I know you wouldn't, because you're scared,
Right.
because you don't know anything.
sure. But if you go to my Rumble, there's plenty of videos
Rumble,
of
that's
me
hilarious.
going on Democrat panels and just causing chaos.
And you can go to my YouTube and see the same thing.
That's tremendous. All right. Anything else?
I got nothing, man. You go ahead and kick me.
All right, bro. You be good. See, Shim, I find Shim not to be boring. I find her completely unhinged. She is exactly what I'm looking for. Nobody is connecting, just so you know. Okay, I let Shim up and 3 or 4 other people. So if you were in the queue, what does it say every time I accept them? Hold on. Fucking trash. Charles, I dare you. I don't. Who's trash? Little Charlie. Who's trash? Mike Murphy, I accept you. Nothing. Okay, so why aren't you in the queue? Where's T-Rap? T-Rap, why aren't you in the queue? T-Rap, Charles, why are you guys not in the queue? I'm talking to Dems. Okay, very good. T-Rap, where are you? It won't accept anyone, right? Hold on one second. Let me see if I could find you on my list and invite you myself. I do not see T-Rap in the list. Try and join T-Rap. I don't want to accept anybody but you right now. T-Rap, where are you at? Hello, T-Rap. Not Charles spamming die Dems. Charles, just take it easy, bro. We don't want them to die. We just want them to get the fuck out of the country. Louisiana.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
All right. All right. Why did you want to come up? Are you more pro-Trump, anti-Trump, pro the war, anti the war?
You know, right now, sir, to be honest with you, I'm kind of in the middle.
Okay, fair enough. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay. Did you support whenever Trump went over and killed the Ayatollah?
I did not support that.
Okay. Why not?
Honestly, I don't know much about that.
Okay.
But, I just didn't agree with it. Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's fair to say. I think there's a lot of Americans that are not familiar with the Middle East, and I'm not even going to knock you for it. Do you consider yourself America first?
Yes. I'd rather feed a homeless veteran than before an immigrant.
Okay. So if Donald Trump said that he wants to put boots on the ground over there, would you say fuck Trump and fuck the Republicans because of that?
If it's not putting America first, then I'd have to agree to that statement.
But if Trump came out and gave a speech and explained to you that this is America first, that these people hate America, they're responsible for a lot of terrorism throughout the world, and it is America first, would you get on board then, or still no?
I could agree to that.
Okay, so you're an easy sell, and maybe Trump has to do a better job of explaining it to the American people. And I could get on board with that. I think Trump could get out there and explain why this war is America first better. So I agree with that. Do you have a preference on Rubio or J.D. Vance?
I like J.D. Vance.
Okay.
He seems to have the attitude of leaning more towards the troops, and I like that he is a former Marine. To me, he just seems like he's a pretty good guy.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate that. If it is Marco Rubio, the candidate in 2028, would you still vote for Rubio?
I don't know much about that candidate.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna, come up here and be like, I try to act like I know what I'm talking about when I don't. I'm not that type of person. But I do know about JD Vance. I mean,
Okay, fair enough.
Rubio, I don't know much about him to speak on his name.
Okay, I appreciate the honesty. Red, where are you from, Red? Red, do you know you're up here? All right, fair enough. Let's go with, I think it said 12. And let's try OFI.
Somebody said, do you think Area 51 has borders?
Red, you can come back up. I said, wait, is your name not? Oh, it's Ned. I'm so sorry, Ned. You can come back up. That's my fault. All right, Louisiana, I'm sorry. I can't take the background noise. I have headphones in. And let's see, between you and the snoring dog. I'm so sorry, Ned. I did say Red. I apologize. Where are you from, sir?
I'm from the United States.
Okay, very vague. And what brings you up? Either A, we were talking Trump versus the Democrats, or B, you want to talk about the war?
The war. I just have a quick opinion. I feel like we can get victory in this war, but I think we have to be tough on the terrorists. We have to take out the terrorists because I keep hearing the news that we're taking out their machines and their toys, but they don't care about those toys. They don't care if we take out their missiles. That they don't care. They can just use knives and swords. And so I feel like if we don't take out the terrorists, then we're wasting our time.
Okay, so how many terrorists are in this country of 93 million?
I would say, I mean, some of them will probably flee when they see that we're taking them out, and some of them will surrender. But the only way you're gonna get this country to truly, truly surrender and change is by taking out a lot of the terrorists, because blowing up their toys doesn't change them. It doesn't change who they are. They will still be the same. They don't care if we take out their missiles.
So you're saying everybody that supports the IRGC or part of their government, I'm looking for, I'm trying to figure out how many people you want Trump to take out.
Well, I would say, just focus on the soldiers, the soldiers who are fighting for the IRGC, and I mean, obviously try to be try to be, how do you put it, laser focused, like focus on the T groups, But I think between United States and Israel, we're smart. We have intelligence enough to know who they are, where they're at. Like we have like really
Sure.
good like technology now. But if we just keep
Okay.
taking out their equipment, that doesn't change who they are. Like they don't care about that equipment. They don't care if we
Okay.
take out their ships and their missiles. They don't care.
Okay. So I am on record as saying Donald Trump needs to find somebody he could work with. I don't care who, whether it's the Shah, don't care if it could be a homeless guy right now. Find somebody reliable to run a puppet government for a while and get the fuck out of there. Do you agree with that or no?
I don't want to just get out of there before the job is done, but I don't want to be there for 8 years either. I think it can be done soon, quickly. I think it can be done in a few weeks, and like we
Okay,
could finish.
what is the job, quote unquote, done for you? Is it the regime change, full on regime change? Are you a fan of Shah?
I'm not a fan of the Shah because I heard his dad got chased out too easily. He gave up too easily, and he was too tough with his hand. So I'm just like, we need someone from there that people actually like. Like they like the person and they want to.
Yeah, but to me, it seems like that country is very polarized, right? It's either you're anti-regime or you're for the regime, and nobody has reliable numbers on what percentage is what. So how is Trump supposed to get that done when we have no clue? There are people that say 90% of the people want the Shah back or the Shah in there. And there's no numbers to back that up.
Well, I would say first things first, we got to get the country to surrender. And I think by being tough on the T groups and taking a lot of them out, if they surrender, that's a good step forward. But we're not going to get them to surrender by blowing up machines and metals and missiles. That doesn't make anyone surrender. Like they have to see blood. They have to see like their comrades falling, and then they'll surrender. Then they'll say, okay, I don't want to die.
Okay, so you want them all dead?
No, I'm just saying you have to be tough until they decide to surrender. They finally say,
Right.
okay, I don't want to die. We surrender. That's what I'm saying.
And then what happens when they quote unquote surrender?
Then we can figure the rest out. But if we just keep hitting ships and missiles, that's just equipment. That they don't care about that. Like they'll go back to swords and knives, And
Right,
so,
but okay, fair enough. I'm not saying you're 100% wrong or 100% right. But what I'm trying to figure out is how do we accomplish what you want? How do we do that?
I know Israel between Israel and United States.
Oh, you already said this. So do you want them to start taking out everybody?
No. But I do want
them
to focus more on taking out the soldiers, the ones who are fighting for the bad guys, the IR, whatever they call them, IRGC.
Okay, so I think that's like so you want a couple 100,000 people dead.
I don't want to say it like that. I just want them to be as tough as they need to be until they surrender, until they pull out the white flag and say.
But I don't think they're doing that. These people that are loyal to the current regime, they glorify death. So how do we accomplish it? What?
If they see some comrades falling, I believe they will surrender. Or they will flee or they'll surrender. One or the other. Like they'll run away to another country, which is fine, or they'll surrender. I don't want to think negatively. I don't want to think like, oh, they can never ever. I don't think that way.
Okay. Do you think the anti-regime people can overthrow this government?
I don't know. I don't want to judge them, but sometimes I feel like they just protest, and I'm like, that doesn't do anything.
Right. It's not a revolution. It's a fucking pep rally.
Yeah, I'm like, you might as well stay home,
Right.
So, but I don't know their hearts. I don't live there. I don't really know if they're up for it.
Okay,
so I think I said what I wanted to say.
But Ned, I must tell you, you need to get better answers for what you want to see. Right? It's either you want full-on regime change or you want the U.S. to get the fuck out.
Well, I try to be optimistic. I mean, I want both, I do think we need to get out, but not yet. Let's just finish what we got finished, but do it fast. Don't take 10 years either. And I don't think they're thinking that way. I think they're thinking we could do this in weeks. It won't take years.
But do what in weeks? Trump has certain objectives he has set out, and I think we're well on our way to completing those objectives. So what else do you want from him? Full-on regime change is not on his list.
No, I think it is. I mean, that's what he says he wants them to surrender. So, if he,
right, but he said he did use that quote, unconditional surrender. But Caroline Leavitt explained it perfectly, where that doesn't mean that whoever the leader is sitting there with a white flag. It is them not having the ability to do any damage to the United States or our ally. Right? That's still unconditional surrender, no?
Well, I'd have to ask Trump what he means, but I think when he says unconditional surrender, that sounds good to me, and I think
right. But his press secretary, who speaks for the president, explained what it was, and it makes sense, right? They're not going to come out with a white flag and say we surrender, arrest us. It is they will no longer have the ability to do any damage for a long time.
I see. So they're gonna basically agree not to do certain things.
No, it's not agree. It's they will not have a choice because they no longer have access to the things that they need to have to do damage to to us or other countries.
Well, I have to be trusting and optimistic about the results that the United States and Israel gets. Like when they say they're done and they get their objectives, I have to be positive. I can't be like, no, you wasted time and money and energy. Like, I just have to be
and I
positive
appreciate that
they know what they're doing.
What happens if oh no, go ahead if you're leaving. I appreciate you, bro. Be good.
Yeah, thank you for letting me up, and
no problem, bro.
I try to be optimistic, but thank you so much for letting me up. Have a good day.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. All right, host, what do you got?
What's going on?
How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Great. What brings you
up? I think honestly, this is a war for Iran. Sorry, Iran to just stay alive. Honestly, this is a battle for their end, and they're just trying to stay alive at this point. Whether now, what would you? Okay, my question is, I guess I'll answer. What do you want me to say as far as what do I want?
How about this? Are you here in the States or are you elsewhere?
No, I'm here in the States.
Okay. Are you a Trump supporter? Did you vote for Trump in 24 or are you anti-Trump?
The thing is I think you're gonna get with both sides, I think you're gonna get the same thing. I believe that there's two parties. They purposely split us up, and there's a person that controls both sides. I think.
Okay, so you're okay. That's fine. That's fine. So you're a person that maybe could compliment Trump on some things and criticize him for others.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. So did you support Donald Trump whenever him and Bibi went over there and took out the Ayatollah? Was that a good thing?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, tell me why.
I think that it wasn't a good thing. One, because one of Trump's main points for becoming president was that he was going to start no new wars, right? And this is a new war that completely contradicts what he said. And honestly, this is not our war. This is not something we should be in. This is a war for Israel. Does not benefit us any which way ever.
Okay, so is the world a safer place without the Ayatollah on it?
I think the world. I don't think Iran poses a threat that they say that they do.
Well, that's to me that's no longer up for debate, right? Because the United States and Israel believes that they did pose a threat. I do trust them there. And the goal is to make sure they are no longer a threat. Now, it's
Well,
just
here's the
not killing.
thing.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. For the last 30, 40 years, right? Like we have to understand like the underneath, right? Like the stuff that they're not telling us, right? For the last 30 years, Netanyahu has been saying that Iran, oh, they're weeks away, they're months away from having a nuclear bomb. And now it's just complete garbage. He's been saying this shit for like almost 35 years, right? Um, the fact of the matter is, I'm just wondering, right? Why are we so worried about Iran having a nuclear bomb, but we don't care about North Korea? We don't care about them, right?
Well, tell me the difference between North Korea having one and the regime having one. What's the difference?
I think it's just something for defense, right? Trump respects power, right?
No.
That's
Why is it more dangerous for the regime to have it than?
I'm not saying that there
Okay.
isn't. I'm not. I don't say that there is a reason why it's.
Okay. All
Um,
right. So uh, I think the debate about should America do this, the criticism, if you want to criticize people for saying it's for 30 years that they're a threat, I think that's all fair. Criticizing Donald Trump, I think it's also fair for going in, but that debate is now over, right? The question I'm trying to focus on is just how does it end? And what do you need to see?
here's
Go
what
ahead.
I'll say, right? I'm gonna look at both sides, right? In the case of America and Israel, right? Israel, what is their goal, right? Their plan is to take over the region. Now, let me explain why this is bad, right? Let's say I mean, there is no head of the snake, so called, right? For the IRGC, there is no head. They have what's called the dead man's hand, right? Something that the Russians that they had, and they copied the Russians, where if they were to decapitate, right, what is now the new posing face of the
Can
IRGC,
you
they
just
already
keep it simple
have.
for me? Can you just keep it simple? What do you need to see from Trump that if he goes on national TV and says we won, that you will agree with that? That's what I'm looking for.
That
The
we
other
pulled out.
okay, so if we pulled out now, that's a win.
I wouldn't say that. I think that we've already taken a loss, right? This war was originally supposed to be 5 days
Says
because
who?
Trump thought he literally said it was supposed to be 3 to 5 days, and we've way gone past that. What Trump thought was going to
Who
happen
said
is
three to
that
five days? Who said that?
Trump literally said that.
Host, let me just help you out. I'm a person that for I don't know, weeks now has said that Donald Trump must get out. But let's just be accurate. I don't recall Donald Trump saying it's going to be 3 to 5 days. Maybe that was a hope, but he was not. I don't think he's on record as saying it's going to be 3 to 5 days.
Okay, well, we'll put this for record. All I know is as far as what Trump is saying. He originally wanted it to be a short a short in and out, right? But it's gone longer than he's expected because he originally thought
No,
the people
wrong.
were
No,
people were going to rise
what?
up.
Host, listen. You and I'm thinking a line on a lot of shit, but you can't misquote the president, right? He said 4 to 5 weeks. He has said a whole bunch of shit, but he has been quoted as saying we're ahead of schedule. And of course, anybody that is in that position wants to meet their objectives as quick as possible and get the fuck out. Okay, so the question to me is, does Trump sit there and see through? Host is making shit up. Okay, come up and tell me where I'm wrong. What was that person's name? Figgy. Figgy, I hope you're in the queue. You're not, Figgy. Come on up. Tell me what I'm making
Wait,
up.
are they
Go ahead.
talking are they talking about me being host or you host?
Oh, I thought he was talking about me, to be fair. I forgot your name is host. But doesn't matter. Hopefully he comes up and explains if it's me. No, the guest. Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that. So let's just be factual. Trump has said 4 to 5 weeks, and it's ahead of schedule. And to be honest, I'm not even focused on the amount of time. I'm focused on
Why are
seeing
we there?
progress. No, that's pointless now. And I think maybe after it wraps up, we could have the debate where was Trump ever misled? Maybe shit comes out about that. What went wrong? Was General Kane and his team giving accurate information on the response from them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Trump went in blind. I think that Netanyahu was in his year. I think Netanyahu was in his year, really trying to get him to push this, right? Because October.
To say Trump went in blind, I think that would be asinine to say, because Trump, every week, for weeks, we saw the military buildup that they were putting over there. And there,
but we underestimated the Iranians.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, but that's not going in blind. That's not going in blind. That is not expectations not meeting reality.
Well, who do we rely on intel as far as strategically where and how things are going to move? It would be, the Israel's intelligence.
No, we have our own intelligence. I can assure you. There were reports.
We rely on theirs as well.
Okay, fair enough. I think going down the road of just flat out blaming Israel, I think that's unwise to do. I think there is a lot of. I think it's fair to criticize Bibi if you want, but I think Trump is going to deserve some criticism as well. That I am sure that he was presented. Not I'm sure. I know he was presented with so many different options on how to handle this, and to me, I think there have been too many surprises that shouldn't have happened. And that, and regardless,
can I say this real quick? We have probably a magatard in the comments. People are saying, "Oh, we're kicking Iran's ass." No, we're not. No, we are not at all. Here's the thing, right? Iran knows that they cannot attack us up front, military for military, right? They know that. But what they are going to do is
hold on 1 second.
bleed us.
Stop. South Texas, come up, South Texas. Okay, because you're, I think, a Trumper. I assume a Trumper, but I think there's a difference between saying America is winning versus there are things that have gone wrong.
There's no doubt about that. Can I finish my point? So here's the thing, right? Trump isn't necessarily lying, but he's presenting a false front when he says, "Oh, we bombed their naval ships, we destroyed their air force, we did." They never claimed to have any of that. They have World War II jets and naval ships, right? They don't have anything that's up to date. Okay, they rely heavily on their drone program, right? And most of Iran's capabilities are all underground. They have giant underground cities. They have underground bunkers. They know that. They have been preparing for the last 40 years and watching their neighboring countries be destroyed by our poor.
I just want to talk to South right now. Okay, South, how's it going, brother?
It's going good, Dave. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. You're a Trumper, right?
Damn right, hardcore.
All right, so I'm intrigued by your thought process. Okay, I'm not saying America is losing. That's not the case. But do you think that Trump and the team was fully prepared and has fully executed this war?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the number one issue right now facing the whole world right now? What is it?
Well, one, we got to get that Strait of Hormuz settled out, I think.
Okay. All right. So
that's
okay. Hold on 1 second. I want to focus on that. So if we were fully prepared and fully executing, why is that happening right now?
I don't think that's something we planned for. I don't think that.
Okay, so we weren't fully prepared. Okay, so
that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, that's the number one thing. Is it's either we were prepared for that or we were not. And if we were prepared for it, then we're not executing it. And you can't say that this war has gone flawless when we're having this issue. And then the response is General Kane said last week, I think it was Kane, said it's going to take about 30 days for help to happen. Like that's not good. So
do I respond now? I don't. I was hard for
yeah,
when
go
you're
ahead,
done.
respond. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. I mean, we're going through the motions. We went in there day one. We took out their leader. We've already sank their entire Navy. They have no Air Force. We're taking out their launchers. Step by step, they're doing what they need to do on a daily basis. Nobody said this was going to happen in 1 week. If anybody thought it was going to happen in 1 week, I think they're foolish.
Okay,
But
I
we are
agree with
kicking
that.
their ass. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with that part, right? Whenever Trump comes out and say we have sunk, dozens of ships, obviously we're hitting them every day from the sky. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying that the number one problem right now are these oil tankers being held up. And if the response was, "Oh, we were prepared for this. We have this ship ready to tackle the problem right now. It's just going to take 48 hours to get over there." But whenever the response is it's 30 days, that tells me that something went wrong. Whether we weren't prepared or we're not executing, it's one of the two.
I think it's just something that they didn't envision, that they would shut down the straits when all the world's oil goes through there. Now they're going to let certain boats go by. That's what they're doing. I'm not a military expert, so I can't tell you how they would fix that. But I'm pretty sure Trump's on it, and he's got a hell of a team behind him. So they'll get it figured out, and they'll get that thing rolling. Whether they got to take out the launchers on that side or whatever they got to do, I trust my president knows what he's doing, or else he would not have gone over there. I
Okay,
don't
so
think that
if
BB or
What the
anybody
shit?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, so and I appreciate that. I have said multiple times I'm grateful that this administration is in charge right now during these times. But my question is if Trump puts boots on the ground, will you still support him?
No.
Absolutely, I will support him. I
Okay.
don't think we need boots on the ground, Dave. I think we got enough people over there that say they want to fight. I think the only way we got to do is give them the opportunity to fight. All right, if they say they want to throw down, then let them throw down. I mean, this is a war. We're in it. We're balls deep. So we're not gonna backstep and say, well, we should have done this, we should have done that. We're already here. So let's just fucking fight. Just get it on.
Okay, so
Let us
but
fight.
fight it. Okay, all right, fair enough. I disagree with the boots on the ground, but if Trump does over the next few weeks say, "Look, we won, we met our objectives, and I found somebody that's going to be my puppet, and he's going to run things, and we're going to get some oil out of it," and he promises me that all the bullshit that has gone on here is going to change. Is that still a win for Trump? It's somebody from the current regime, so it's not a full regime change. Is that still a win in your eyes?
I think that would be a bullshit play because we've heard
Okay.
these bullshit promises from Iran before where they sign this paper or they agree here or are they going to do this and they don't do what they say they're going to do. So if we leave that person in power from that regime and he's our puppet to us, as you said, and we have to come back over here in 5 years to do this shit again, I think it's a bad choice. I think we need to
Sure.
do what we got to do to eliminate them if we can. All
Yeah,
right.
because
If
we
we
have
can't,
terrible
then we
foreign
can't.
policy.
Okay, so what happens if reality is you can't take out every single person over there? It's impossible. Okay, what happens if in South, you're here often, you hear the Persians come up here and tell me that it's 90% of the country or 80% or 70% that wants regime change. And to me, every day that passes, it becomes more and more obvious that's just not the case. So
Can I
what
respond?
happens? Go ahead.
So, okay, here's the thing, right? We're saying that, you know, people are, the Persians, you've talked to them before, like some people that are Persian and, they're coming up and they're saying, oh, yeah, we want regime change. But if we look at it, right, I'm not saying that Iranian government is innocent. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is their civilians, their people might hate their government, but they hate Israel more. Okay, it's because of our poor foreign policy is why their country, their currency, their economy is trash, right? It's because of us. We have terrible
Okay.
foreign policy.
Okay. Regardless of the
Now,
reason, go ahead. You're stating. Go ahead. Go finish your thought.
and this whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz, right? they have that thing locked down. They have mines. They've deployed mines everywhere, right? No oil
Okay,
tankers are getting through.
I want to focus on regime change right now. Okay, host, we can come
Let's
back
talk
to
about
that.
that. Okay, I'll talk.
Okay.
Okay,
I feel you
change,
just
right?
want to talk, bro. I feel that you just want to talk.
There's multiple points that I have to address because it's an interconnected spider web that everything. Anyways, I'll go with that, right? We'll say regime change,
Let's
right?
just go
How
point
is
by
that going to
point. How
happen?
about that?
How is that going to happen? That's not going to happen because unless we are able to do boots on ground, it's not going to happen because no matter how many leaders you take out, like I said, they have a dead man's hand. They're going to replace and keep replacing and keep replacing. So in order for us to do that, we have to have boots on ground, which I'm not really willing to risk our American lives for that. I'm America first. And I think that if we pull back now, it's going to be an L. And if we don't put boots on ground to do regime change, it's going to be an L regardless because they're just going to
Okay.
replace
All right.
people.
Very good. So South.
It doesn't have to be our boots on the ground. It doesn't have to be our boots on the ground.
How do we
It
do
absolutely
it?
does.
How do we do
Go
it?
ahead, man. Let me know when you're done. I'll wait.
No, I want to hear from South. Host, just stop. South, how do we get it done?
Well, I think we need to arm them. There's no way we don't arm them. You're not gonna have guys taking on machine guns with fists. So I mean, we got to put something in their hands to fight, but we have to give them the opportunity to fight. I mean, they say they want their country. It's got to be their boots on the ground, taking it back, or it doesn't happen. And if we leave out of there and we keep the same regime, then we kick the living shit out of them. All right, they had their own little civil war. They're a century behind where they are right now.
Okay, so we arm the civilians to overthrow the government. How we do that, that's, who knows how we do that, but let's just say we do it. What happens if that leads to 500,000 people dead? Because keep in mind, just because you give the civilians arms does not mean that the current government loses theirs. So it's going to be a lot of death. So how is that a good thing?
It's not a good thing. But
okay,
keeping the current regime in power, who has been massacring their people for the last, I don't know how many years, Dave, 70 years, is also not a good thing. Keeping the same pattern that we know is already broken is not a good thing. So they either get themselves out of it with a little bit of help from the United States and Israel, or we bail out, leave them there, leave them high and dry, and the current pattern that they're in right now will continue.
What happens if it's 50-50? What happens if 50% of the people over there supports the current regime? And keep in mind, a lot of them might not like the regime, but you know who they hate more? The West.
Israel.
Okay, they hate the fact that the West is trying to chime in. So what happens if it is 50-50? You're Donald Trump, you make the decision to arm the civilians, and that leads to 1 million people dying throughout the next 6 months because of the civil war. And there's a chance of that.
Of course, there is a chance of that. And
okay,
is that a good thing? No, but we also know that the current regime staying in power is not a good thing for the Persians that are there. I'm going to call them Persians, Iranians. I don't know what to call them. I'm going to just say Persians. The opposite party. It's not. They don't have a good thing now. All right, they're going to stay under the boot of the current government, stay in their burqas or whatever. I'm just saying, if they say they want it, give them the opportunity to fight it. I don't mind staying in the area as long as we're air support, naval support. All right, we're not going to put our boys on the ground, but if they want to fight it out and let them fight it out till they have a winner.
Can I say something as far as like us as Americans, why this is not going to be for future wise, like why this is going to be bad?
Go.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? We have I'm sorry, not naval. We have bases all over the Middle East, right? And we made promises with different governments, all the surrounding neighbors of Iran, right? We are going to extremely lose our ability to be in the Middle East because we told them that when shit goes down, we will protect them, right? When this is over, we probably our ability to be in the Middle East will be heavily reduced because they're like, well, why the fuck are we going to allow you to build a base in our country? You're the reason why we got hit, right?
We're talking about after. Now we're talking about after, and I'm very.
Here's Now, here's the thing, right?
I just want to respond to that with one sentence. I'm very confident that the relationship that Donald Trump has with most of those leaders, I think we'll be fine. But I don't want to talk about after it wraps up. I'm talking about how the fuck it wraps up. Host, I swear to you, it just seems like you just want to talk. Okay, you're not addressing what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, here's the thing. I'm trying. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to a point as far now. My point of the fact of Israel, right? If all right, who's going to take over that land, right? Let's say Iran falls, right? Who's going to take over that area, right? It's obviously going to be Israel, right? My worry is that they take over that land. Who are they going to align now? Who's to say that they don't align with Russia? Or they don't align with China, because it's
you're gonna go
not.
with conspiracy theory for the future?
Now, no. I'm not going. I'm going off of fact of what past pattern of practice. Right, Israel has been known to sell our intelligence over to Russia to free some of their
Okay, so
their
now we're going with this
intelligence.
bullshit.
Yeah, conspiracy theory.
Okay.
It's not conspiracy. You can look this up.
Host. Come on, bro. Let's lock in. Okay, let's focus on what the fuck I'm trying to talk about.
So you don't think that Israel could turn their back on us?
Anybody could turn their back on anybody. Okay, sure. So instead of addressing my question, you're all over the place talking about hypotheticals about after the war. And dumb hypotheticals at that.
It's not dumb.
Okay, so at any point, anybody could turn their back on their ally. That's reality. Okay, so I don't understand the point.
Do you want me to answer?
Once again, I feel you just want to talk, bro. You're not having a conversation. You're not responding to what I'm saying. You're just rambling off random things.
That's fine if you feel that way. I'm not gonna if I have my points for a reason. But I don't think you'll give me a chance to explain.
I understand. Yeah. Okay. No problem. I'll bring you back up. So, South, I want to focus on you for a second. All right. So, to me, and you could tell me if there's other options available. Two options Trump has is one, find somebody to be that puppet government and get the fuck out as soon as possible, or two, you go through with the arms, you go through with seeing if these people can overthrow their government. And that's a 50-50 shot at best, I think. And every day that American troops are out there and our equipment is out there, we are at risk. So tell me why it's more beneficial to wait it out and see if they could get the job done versus getting the fuck out. In your mind, tell me.
Damn, Dave. Okay. Well, he didn't really mention regime change when he came in. All right. That's something that's been kind of brought up, and he has mentioned certain things here and there. You'll have an opportunity to take your country back, or this is your golden opportunity. I can't quote you word for word what he said, but it was something to that nature. Do we run the risk in leaving our assets there? Yeah, we run a risk. But if we bail out, Dave, and they still have missiles, and we're headed home, and they start launching again on our neighbors, our allies, our friends that we have over there, all right, are we gonna have to turn our boats right back around and head right back?
Okay.
I don't know. I wish I could give you the solid answer.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
To me, that's not a good enough argument on why we should remain involved. Okay. Just look at all. Let's just say Trump comes out, or Trump is talking right now to his team, and they're thinking about going down the road of seeing this through. There's so many different variables. One, can they actually overthrow the government? Two, what happens when they have elections and somebody else is voted in and they're actually worse than the Ayatollah? That's possible, right? What happens if, because we're out there longer and longer, China or Russia decide to make a move? What happens if, as the transition is happening, if it happens, the Shah comes into town and all hell breaks loose, and the IRGC starts bombing wherever the shot is. So I just go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you can respond.
You're throwing out a whole lot of what ifs, Dave. What if this? What if that? I mean, what if frogs had wings? They wouldn't bump their little asses when they hopped. That's just too many variables. Now, are all of those possible? Yeah, they're possible. But the possibility is that the current population does enough damage and overwhelms them to where they won't have that. And I think it'd be better off in the future having Iran as an ally under the Shah or whoever they vote into office. Okay, now that's not to say that they don't vote in some idiot and give it right back to the IRGC, but I highly doubt it after what they've been through. But is it possible? Sure, it's possible. Not highly unlikely, I think, but possible.
Okay, so what are the variables? I gave you 4 or 5 different things that could happen. Some of them may even be likely, where it leads to a lot of death. Tell me something that is a negative when it comes to Trump striking a deal with somebody he feels he could work with and getting the fuck out. What are the negatives of that? Yeah, go ahead.
One negative, only one negative. That they back out on the deal that they made with us. 1 year from now, they start rebuilding, and here we are filling our boats back up, heading right back over there to do this again when we're already here. We're already balls deep into this. I say finish the job.
All right, so you're
that's my 2 cents, Dave, and that's what it's worth. 2 cents, just an opinion.
But just look at the pros and cons, right? Your negative that you just said. If we see through a regime change and there's elections, and somebody even worse is elected, we're back. We could be back out there again a year from now, anyways. That's always. That's always a possibility. So I just, and it's just not you, South. I've talked to so many people across 2 different apps, and just asking why it makes sense. And there's no way in hell the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to Trump being out there longer than he needs to be. Meet your objectives and get the fuck out.
Well, whatever Trump decides to do, I'm going to back my president. All right, I put him there for a reason. I trust his decisions. He's my president. He's not my barbecue buddy. He's not my beer buddy. I don't need a friend. I need a strong fucking leader for this country, and we got one. So whatever decisions he makes, I'm going to trust that they're the right ones, and I hope he makes the ones that I'm cheering for. But whatever he decides, come Monday morning, I got to get back to work, or Monday night, should I say. So I'm just going to put it in my government's hands and hope he makes the right fucking choices, and I got his back. I say
I appreciate that
amendment and vote him into office for a 3rd term. I'm all for appealing the 22nd and giving Trump 1 more term. That's how hardcore I am about my boy. I got it.
All right, so if Trump does come out and say, look, I'm working with this person, yeah, he has a history of being in the IRGC, but I feel like I could trust him. You do trust Trump that much that it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be happy about it, but I am not there. I am not where Trump's at with all this chaos swirling around him, having to make these hard ass decisions. He's got a lot on his plate, and he's handling it like a champ. I don't care what anybody says. He's kicking some ass out there, and I'll back that. I'll take that to the grave with me. If we were getting our ass kicked, I would say, shit, pack it up. We've already lost 3 boats. We've lost 20 jets. We need to get the hell out. But we're not.
Right.
We are dominating Iran from start to finish.
Yes, through the air, there's no doubt about it that we're unstoppable when it comes to that, right? But there are other factors where maybe we're not executing or we're unprepared that's having a huge effect on our country right now. And Democrats told me for years that gas prices do not matter, but yet they're here bitching. So I'm consistent where they do matter to the American people. Most Americans could not even point to the Middle East on a blank map, and that's reality. They do care about gas prices. Go ahead.
Well, let's be fair, Dave. Trump could get prices down to $1 a gallon, and they would be bitching about him shutting down oil companies. No matter what Trump does, those motherfuckers are going to bitch about something. So I'm not concerned about what Democrats have to think because they're going to complain no matter what.
And that's also true, right? Both can be true. That gas prices do affect most Americans, and Democrats are going to bitch and moan about anything. Trump could cure cancer, and these dumbasses would defend cancer.
That is
That's
my
just the
favorite
way
line
they
right
are.
there. He could cure cancer, and they would be having uh, rallies in the street about how we're oppressing cancer. Get the fuck out of here,
Correct.
bro. Get the
Correct.
fuck out of my face with that bullshit. No way.
All right,
No
Sal.
way.
I appreciate
I
you,
live
bro.
in a Democratic area, Dave, and
Oh, you
Trump
do?
flipped my area red. I mean, he flipped the entire. What do we got? A 4 million population here on the border. We had 4 Democratic counties. All this area flipped red, and we're hardcore. I mean, what are we going to go back to, Dave? More open borders?
Right.
Women back in I mean, men back in women's sports? No, man.
Exactly.
No way. I'm not going back to what we had before. At least I'm not going to vote for that.
I'm with you. I appreciate you. Last question for you. Rubio or Vance?
I am leaning towards Rubio, but I'm good with either one. But if I had my pick, Donald Trump Jr., 2028, baby.
Amen.
Let the son pick up where the father left off.
Amen. I appreciate you, brother.
Drop me, brother.
All right, Sal. Be good.
You too, bro.
Good man. I think that's your typical Trumper right now. I think South trusts Trump and his team around him, as well they should. Yeah. Okay. Sonia, you're every time you're in the queue, you're always sleeping. So let's see what you got. If you connect and you did not connect, all right, nobody is connecting. I see Daffy is here. Daffy, you dumb fuck. I trust General Kane. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should trust everybody though. Rubio, Hegseth, Trump, Vance, Witkoff, anybody else that has input on this, you should trust. Just think about it, and you could. I think it's once again fair to criticize whatever you want to criticize, but where would we be if Kamala Harris was president? Just think back that, the war with Hamas and the hostages. Where would that be at right now if Harris was president? Right, it's scary. Where the fuck would we be right now if Harris was president? You could say, well, we wouldn't be at war. Okay, you're probably right. But there would be a lot of shit going on in this country that would not be good. So I just beg you guys, whether you're Persian wanting regime change or you're in Israel, that if my prediction comes true, and it's going to come out of nowhere, where Trump announces we're done, just know Donald Trump has done more than anybody for the state of Israel. Donald Trump has done more than anybody to help you guys take back your country and overthrow the regime. I think reality is you guys can't do it, and that might hurt to hear, but I think that's reality. And I get why it hurts, but that's reality. Just imagine if somebody said to you, the Ayatollah is dead. Day 15, where are we? Nowhere. Nothing. Literally nothing. You guys have done nothing. So at what point is it day 25, day 35, At what point does it? I don't know. Maybe you have to admit that it's not 90% of the people that want regime change. It might be 90% of the people you know. The 40 Persians you know. But that doesn't mean it's 90% of the country. Right? Love the assumption. In which way? What are you talking about, Sav user? What are you talking about? BB is missing? He was just in Tel Aviv the other day. Why are you guys doing this? Why is it that you guys just spew bullshit nonstop? Can you answer me? Why is it that you guys do that? 8 days, that's a lie. It has not been 8 days. Host, let's be honest, the war's a failure. Okay, tell me how. If Donald Trump meets his objectives, then how is it a failure? Why is it that you guys could say anything, right? BB is dead. You could say that the war is a failure, but just give me facts on how it's a failure. Where are we at now? Okay, tell me. Where are we? Okay, Donald Trump has his to-do list, right? Who's stopping them from doing it? If Donald Trump and BB wanted to say, we want to drop 1.7 million bombs on Tehran today, literally nobody would stop them. You do get that, right? But yet you military experts come up here or come in here saying the shit that you do. What's that say? Black. What's up, Black? Where are you from? Black. All right. It does say Black, right? I got to make sure before. Okay, I'm going to drop you. Okay, so why is it that you guys sit there and say this shit when the facts don't back you up? Summer, prove that BB is dead. The other dude, prove that the U.S. and Israel are not winning. I dare you. Prove it. My thing is, if he's missing, then what is he planning? He wasn't there for the meeting. He never missed it. I'm unaware of what happened today in Tel Aviv or Israel. Summer, you could spam that all you want. It doesn't make it true. You have evidence it's a failure. Trump is stuck and can't get out. I understand, Mystique. I get it. Very well put, Mamacita. Just like when Jolien comes up here and says Tel Aviv is rubble. I saw that video, the 6-finger video. Iranians will not let the West destroy their country. Trust. If Trump and Bibi really wanted to destroy them, right? They could just bomb everything. You do understand that, right? There's nothing that they can do to stop Trump and Bibi. So how do you think it? How does it make sense to come in here and say they're not going to let the West destroy them? They can do whatever the fuck they want. And you could, spam "Where's Bibi?" Bomb the shit out of them. Exactly, Omer. You guys are so fucking dumb. And it's no surprise that a lot of the people that are going down the road of Bibi's dead, Tel Aviv is rubble, they're the ones that for 2 years were defending a terrorist group in Hamas. So the shit you guys were saying then, dumb as fuck, and the shit you're saying now, dumb as fuck. Right? W resistance. Right? And how'd that work out for Hamas, Summer? Remember, Summer, rubble, tents, body bags. So how did the resistance work out? Give them a grade. And it's so easy to say, oh, W Hamas or Hamas did great, as you're sitting on your couch drinking Starbucks in fucking Cleveland, Ohio. Meanwhile, thousands of people died for your quote unquote resistance. There you go. W resistance again. And do you not find it hypocritical that you guys are saying W resistance while dick riding the IRGC? Don't you think that's hypocritical or no? Do you not see that? And the people that are celebrating Hamas, but also celebrating the IRGC, as your own are getting murdered over there, right? More people got murdered in a couple weeks in Tehran and throughout that country than was murdered in Gaza. Like little Zachary, right? So if you're pro Hamas, right? And you're anti-regime change, it's a very simple equation, right? You just hate Jews. All right. So go ahead, Summer. Tell me where I was hypocritical. Tell me right now, Sarah, that I'm the biggest hypocrite on this app. Where was I hypocritical? And that's what you guys do, is you just throw a whole bunch of shit up against the wall and see what sticks. But I'm intrigued. Summer, you have my full attention. Where was I hypocritical? Tell me. And since you called me the biggest hypocrite on this app, the list should be quite long. Did Little Summer respond at all? No. Little Summer, where are you? Summer. I'm guessing the list is so long you have to type it out. You always pick Jews. Never once did you criticize them. So that's being hypocritical? Summer turned to fall. That was the dumbest answer ever. Summer. And there goes Laura saying W Summer. You hate Muslims though. No. How can you say I hate Muslims when there's a lot of Muslims in here? Hell, I think half of Somalia fucking knows me by name and loves me. So what are you saying? Criticizing the results of a religion or of a cult and tens of thousands of terrorist attacks. That's not saying I hate Muslims. You have a Muslim friend? Of course. His name's Julian. All right, so Summer, that was a very weak answer on your response on how I'm the biggest hypocrite. Stop using I have a black friend card, Dave. Well, Julian fits that as well. And that's why Julian is my friend, because I could say I have a Muslim and a black friend. Assad, are you drink? Makes sense. Are you drink? He's a crackhead alien lover, yes, but he's my token black friend and my token Muslim friend. And if I ever criticize Nation of Islam, I could also throw that in there as well. Would you not agree that the West always had savagery, war in their DNA? Sure. Yes, he's yes, I get to throw in my gay friend as well. Thank you. The Jews won't be happy about that. What? That I say Julian's my black friend? Just when I need to pull it out. Right? When somebody says you're racist or anti-Islam. No. I have a black friend. All right, on YouTube, if you search Yo Baby Daddy 2B underscore replays, that's where the replays are. It's in the link in my main YouTube page, or it's in the description. But I'm going to bed. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Tonight, Livy Dunn's boyfriend is pitching for Team USA. And if you've been here long enough, you know I'm a huge Pirates fan. So I look forward to that. And if you don't know who Livy Dunn's boyfriend is, do your research. There you go, Hootie. And he looked unhittable the other night. And I expect nothing less. Good job, Hangway Low. I expect nothing less tonight at 8 p.m. So everybody should be watching that game and rooting on our country. And that's that. Bye, Christy. Much love to you, Christy. Who said W Livy? Yes, Livy Dunn. I love Livy Dunn. All right, I'm off to bed. Good night. I love you all. Appreciate you all. Behave.